Miscreant, I will give you another chance. But this time, you will do my bidding.
So be it.
And with that, we end season 2. I'm gonna unmute real quick. I'm sure everybody's talking, but hello.
Hello.
You fucking dare.
I knew it.
You are absolutely okay to join. Absolutely, everybody hop in to play. Like, come on in.
Fucking.
Fucking, we were burning that shit.
Leo, I was having.
What the actual fuck?
I had this conversation with Nika last night because, like, I guarantee there are people that are like, how are we gonna do that? Because, like, part of the library, like, the librarian's stuck inside Cole and Royce's head, and like Nika, and like I bet a lot of people are like, how is that storyline still gonna happen? Because obviously we had that arc done a while ago, but there is a precedent for this in fiction. And have you guys read the Dresden Files?
Yeah. Oh no.
I've heard about it a lot.
You motherfucker!
Damn it!
How fucking dare you?
I hate
How
this.
fucking dare?
Oh,
I
no.
thought I was going to say Farscape.
Hey,
Could you
Alan,
explain it?
Alan, hey, buddy. You're a great DM and all. I love you. You've done a great job with all the games and everything. I love it all. Hey, go fuck yourself, okay?
It works so well.
I think what's really hilarious is
Okay,
that
so
I was
for
like,
those of us who
hold on,
don't have
let me just finish my thought. So I was like, oh, I don't know if like anyone's gonna like know that, and he's like, no, I guarantee that like a bunch of people in our community have actually read that and like fully understand that, and all of you being like, fuck you. It's like, oh, okay, you guys know more shit than I do.
I know nothing.
I can give a little bit of an explanation. Like the explanation is, so in the Dresden Files, if you haven't read them, if you've just heard of them, Harry Dresden, wizard in Chicago, modern day Chicago, does a lot of dumb adventures. But in the Dresden Files, basically every fictional thing that you've ever heard of is real. The Fae are real, werewolves are real, Valhalla's real, heaven's real, hell's real. There is a god, archangels. Judas has all these silver coins. Now that's important because Judas's silver coins possess people. Like if you touch them, you get a bit of it in your brain, and then it slowly like tries to get you to use the coin's power. And the more you use the coin's power, the more influence the coin has over you. That, in the story, Harry fought against that so hard that he developed a different voice in his head. Like he changed the evil voice in his head's personality instead of it changing his personality. But then he went and met the real demon that personality is based off. That is exactly what we're doing. The librarian is not in Royce's head. An echo of the librarian is in Royce's head. And next season we get to play with, does Royce fight against that? Does he break against that? Or does the librarian slowly start to corrupt Royce from the inside, therefore allowing like the physical one that T just rebuilt. Oh, T's the one that stole that book, by the way, Caustic.
I was wondering about that, but then the picture that Nika posted didn't have heels.
Wait, what?
The shoes.
I needed the clacking.
The shoes have heels. They have like stiletto heels.
They were flat.
Hold on, give me a second. I think I have another angle of them.
The Dresden Files also made a TV show.
Yeah, and it was terrible, and I feel so bad. I wish that show rocked.
It never happened.
Like, God, they made that fucking, they made Bob's skull huge. It was huge.
Yeah, go find those.
Please note that K does not hate T, and I don't think T hates K, so this is a weird dynamic that's going to be going on there.
It's love-hate. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You don't hate your brother. You just like him.
Weird. I'm on my phone.
I mean...
That's fine.
I
Sorry
don't
if we
know.
killed them later.
I still don't know what T
Also
was
on my
trying
phone.
to imply about them being, I don't know,
So, that's all season 3 stuff. We're not going to talk about that stuff here.
Is Truffles
Maybe in
okay?
season 3.
Truffles is fine.
Okay. It took like 2 seasons
You have
to
me
put
very
together, so I wasn't
excited for
sure.
season 3.
Me too. Very, very
Maybe in
excited.
season
So
3,
fucking
I'll
excited.
finally use the someone gets too drunk card.
Maybe.
Hell yeah.
Or I'll just keep it
One is
forever.
just take all the money and leave and make a new character.
That is
Where are
better
you
than-
leaving to? Where?
Noise suppression just turned off for some reason.
Well, wherever my girlfriend lives.
That does like ask a lot of fun. Like, so like we don't. Me and Nika have ideas about what is happening in the world, but like what all the places look like, and which NPCs did manage to survive. Like, think about the fact that like if you're written about a lot, if like the more you guys knew them, the more likely they are to have remained at least somewhat familiar to you.
I'm okay with the one disappearing.
Oh no,
Sir. He is untouchable. He is untouchable. He has a golden fucking tie. You can't touch him.
He's a golden
Kill him.
goose.
Pop this down here. I'm going
So,
to
like-
attempt very boldly to put everyone's avatar on screen. Like
Yes, do
everyone's
the thing,
avatar.
do the
It's
thing.
gonna take me like
Bold
600
move.
years.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah,
Bet
But
50
Oh,
this'll be
breaks.
a date.
that's my goal.
If,
We can put
if
it on
you
a
do
t-shirt, we
this,
can
is
put it
it
on a
going
TV.
to fuck
I
you
you
up
would
for the
think.
future?
I mean, I
Probably.
don't know.
Just put up
It
the
had to be-
Discord overlay. Then everybody's
I
little
want all the
little
all the
names will light up.
characters.
All the
She
faces.
wants-
You gotta see
She
the
wants to
faces.
show off her amazing art.
Fair.
The computer
Fair.
is just gonna break.
That'd be
I
quite
got
the sight for
$50.
those of us in
I
space.
mean, they're always here. Like these avatars are always here. They're just like hidden, so it should be fine.
Our goal is to break it.
Yeah.
Also, great job, y'all. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, this has been amazing.
So good.
Well,
Oh my gosh, you're like
I
the
will-
cutest bad guy. Just like, in an evil way, in a like super terrible, like oh my god, terrible way. But like,
Listen, thank you so much.
But oh my god, like, I'm so proud of you. I'm just
Like this
so
whole entire weekend, my anxiety has been so high, you guys, so high. And I'm like, I don't know. What if I mess it up? Oh my god. Oh my god. So,
Oh my god. Job well done.
Great.
Job well done. All your responses too. You can fucking try, bitch. And it's like,
I
Like-
just enjoy the mental image of T having tea.
Yeah.
she had her ankles crossed, you know. She
Thank you.
she
Has
was doing the
ankles,
Windsor
not legs,
cross.
though.
You know, yeah, it's fine. That's what the boots keep the bugs
boots.
in
Okay,
place.
I gotcha.
And yeah, she just, you know. So how's the weather here? No big deal, right? Like, yeah, okay.
Different, actually. It's kind of strange.
But yeah, like so season 3, I really want to set up. Going back to like Nika was saying, we really feel like season 1 and 2 were basically just betas, and like even though they're betas, I'm not taking you guys as characters from you. I am not taking the stories that they have done. I am just trying to reevaluate the stakes. Like if every game is about the end of the world, then like it's either like the stakes don't feel like anything. So I want to just like bring us back down to what I wanted the first season to be like, but like I dropped the ball a bit on my end because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
for
I
that.
don't think it's fair to say drop the ball because
I'm not trying to be
pilot.
I'm not trying to be mean to
pilot.
myself. Like, but I want
More.
season 3 to be, hey, we've got this new giant world. Let's explore it. What is there? And this way, you guys can like because I don't already know everything that's out there. I really want you guys to be like to tell me what's out there. Like
Where
I
can I
want.
make money.
Yeah,
Has
B's
one
excited
goal.
to lick things, it looks like.
That does.
You want to lick
that.
everything.
The universe
Just
is
like
now
new
moist.
things to lick.
I'm just excited to see what the fuck will find.
Yeah, and I'll say it
Don't tell
wasn't
me how I feel.
exactly. Yeah, it wasn't exactly dropping the ball. It was learning the difficulties of DMing at scale.
It really is.
Learning
It's
how to
just like-
juggle.
But like,
Well,
There's a few of us.
About trying to convince my twin to join in for season 3.
I would love
Yeah.
that. Like everybody you guys can think
I'm
of.
still trying
I
to
can just bring them. I'll play
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to like convince other friends too, but I'm like kind of get my one friend to like get in, but she's very nervous, like very, very nervous, and like too many people. But I'm like, it's okay, come on. So
Try to
kind of
invite my
encourage her on
roommate.
it.
He says it's not
yeah, we
crunchy
can
enough.
I'm trying to get my IRL group involved.
Yeah.
If it makes your friend more comfortable, I'm actively uncomfortable with how many people are currently in this call, and I'm sticking it out because the shit is awesome.
Yeah, me too. Like, I'm like always fucking nervous. So like,
I agree.
so good though. Like,
There's
oh,
so
I
many
hate
quizzes.
everybody.
I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm sticking it out.
Yep, it's worth it. And, like, it's so much fucking worth it. Like, oh my god.
It's
and we were like sweating during our games, like literally, like
Oh,
Vanix and I
all of us.
in the background.
I'm
We're
sweating
just
now, so like, yeah.
nervous. But what's so amazing is like we're all here together, like doing this kind of like they are guided in a way missions, and we're allowed to like go off and explore in different
Yeah.
ways, but also like some structure. Okay, come on back,
Yep,
and
yep,
like
I love
that
that.
has felt so good to be able to like be alongside y'all doing things like that, even though we're all like literally
It's my favorite
sweating
part. So
bricks
good.
the whole like, but also
Hey, are the
the
otter?
freedom
Are
to
the
mess
otters
things
with
up.
us?
The otters? Like,
the otters.
Anybody
With their
not in this
special
group,
hallway anvil?
God knows.
Oh,
no,
yeah, what's going on
no,
with them?
Hallway
those
anvil.
those otters are gone.
The ones that slingshot away? No, those I assumed those were too far.
No,
Yeah,
you said
you
that they
completely
brought
got
the.
yours.
You said they brought the anvil with them.
Hallway
Yes,
anvil.
both sets of otters. I can guarantee you. No, wait, no. Sorry, my bad. Otters that flew away on their planet are unaffected by this at all.
We just don't know where they are.
You don't know where they just like Space Team with the Harbinger.
Why?
Like, because
Oh god,
they
they're big.
they ended up untied from Liminal. They cut the roots to begin with, and that's all T was trying to do. If you guys had let T,
Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones that
they
vacated.
You mean the ones that like on the mountain, like on their planet and left?
No, the ones that came to our world.
Those.
The ones that came, like, yeah, they're there. The
They were in
ones
the
that are on
bubble.
Pastor, like the Pastora nomads, they are changed.
Yeah,
They
he
are
did
whatever
say
they are now.
Pastora merged with
was
Seasons.
merged with us.
Yeah.
Or,
The
well,
seasonings, like, yeah, the seasonings world and the liminal plane. Those two, the two biggest ones. Those are the liminal plane and seasonings are the most fleshed out worlds have joined together.
Are
And
there
now,
just randomly sections of the world that are in 8-bit?
if I guess we're gonna have to find that out.
We'll
Is
find that out in
one of-
season 3.
question.
I love this.
Wait.
It's just a good answer to everything now. And just like,
So
hey,
wait.
are you gonna clean the bathroom? We're just like season
You'll
3.
see.
Season 3.
I cleaning
Coming.
shit,
What?
season 3.
I don't know. Just hummus food. Season 3. And just,
And now the
What
question
would've
is, what's a
happened?
bathroom? Well, that's a season
Oh,
3
Lord.
question.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
no.
The
That's a
whole world's
thinker. You're
bathroom.
gonna want to think
So
on
what
that.
would have happened if T just sliced through all the roots? No one stopping her.
If that would have happened, I was prepared to just change what season 3 was going to be completely and just have it
Wow.
be significantly more like Lost in Space situation where you guys were basically flying the liminal plane around.
Oh.
I was
Sounds
getting
interesting, but I'm
I was like,
glad that didn't
Retcon.
happen.
Or space
we're gonna
skiing.
turn into
Lost
the
in space, giant Rennick.
Sorry, what was that, Patagon? Or is that...
Oh yeah, I was just like I was getting hints at that. I was like, are we gonna turn it into a spaceship? Because this is.
I was
Yeah.
I was leaving that open as my backup plan. Like, but I just assumed you all would try to stop T, not realizing that she was trying to help in her own way.
Oh man, if only someone would
Phrased it
listen
better.
to us.
Very aggressive helping.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Seriously.
guys weren't listening.
Hey, I wrote a book that's with a pop-ups. That would help, right?
I did. I made it a picture book.
I've
I
never seen this
enchanted that
book in my
shit.
life. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
You
that's.
know what really helps?
Thanks, Captain. Thanks, Captain. Thanks so much.
I mean, you can thank the librarian.
Okay, it should be back momentarily. No, our internet actually died.
Worst.
Yeah, the internet actually dipped the whole last thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, at least it waited till
Just
after.
your internet
Yeah.
The good news is, while I was in the bathroom, made up my mind about what I'm picking for the diamond gacha.
What do you got in mind?
Cool.
I'm gonna
We'll
take
find
the
out
main
in
character
season
energy
3.
arc.
What was it?
Mini main character energy arc.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for all the so you all got gotchas out there. Oh yeah.
I do.
Huh?
I got more.
I wish I did. I didn't get any.
I didn't
I
get
got
any
another
either.
gold and a
Sucked.
silver.
I could probably
Because-
care later, but they're not gonna be around, so it's okay.
So,
Why not?
Ooh, cool.
so Soki gets to choose his platinum gotcha reward. But here is
So I'm still
my
working my
question
way
to
through
you.
everybody's
Yeah,
fucking
so
art. I'm
please.
sorry, there's so many.
Yeah.
And,
Yes,
like,
question. What? Please ask us a question.
if you guys want to, I am working on a whole new list of magical items that aren't just straight from the book.
Yes,
Would
please.
you like
Yes.
to hold on to you
Yes.
not roll your gotchas until I get that done?
Why are you asking? The
Okay.
answer is yes.
Katoni's can wait, definitely.
Some people want immediate satisfaction.
No, I can wait.
I'm torn between
Like,
immediate
but I am-
satisfaction and.
I got
I'm happy with the ones I ended up
gotcha
with.
that I'm willing to sit on.
Okay, so wait
For that Horde Lord card then.
Yeah, we have that.
Oh,
Horde
yeah,
Lord-
that's
I can just send you that Horde Lord card right now.
Yeah.
Or it was just a random pack of your choice, right? So
Yeah, pretty much.
presumably tabletop.
Yeah.
So I will say, by the way, I have the Ruined Continent card. I had plans. I now have to change my plans.
I mean,
How do we?
I've been
can
wanting to
we
go to
even
that
get
place for
the ruined
so long.
continent?
Well, the world is kind of ruined now,
Okay,
so
well,
that's gonna be fun.
I mean, I may not have an answer for you, but tell me what you had plans to do. What were your personal plans?
The plan was just, I get a team together and we just go and just figure some shit out because of all the weird shit happening, there's got to be something connected to the Ruined Continent there.
I'm here for that. Don't worry, that card still works.
Cool.
So we didn't jettison the ruined continent.
No, because now that card exists, so it has to be that. Also, you didn't jettison most of Liminal. Most of Liminal is still there, just changed somehow. They got all smashed together. We just mixed everything together.
Kira.
So it's not.
I love you, Kira. I love you so much.
I love you,
You
Kira.
did
Thank you
such
for
an
being
amazing
so
job.
Night.
Bye.
You're the
Have a
best.
good night.
Bye, bye.
Amazing.
But like,
Adorable.
God, we all got cheek kisses from her.
so
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
the world is not in ruins. Parts of this world, most of this world, probably look like, and that's gonna need to be made clear immediately. Remember when the two worlds got merged together and you guys were the only ones that realized? Same thing.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah,
It's
Same
almost like
exact
a
thing.
precedent was set.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
No one else is gonna know.
Arc
Those
and the
two
whole
dancing.
season had like
Still
a
done nothing wrong. You can't get me.
Like so, like if
Are
you, when you
the
play the
wizards
ruined
of
continent.
seasonings going to be aware? I feel like they're so powerful. That's got to be something that they know.
No, they absolutely
Oh my
do not
God.
know. They are
Unless
not.
their
They
magic
are
was
not
somehow
as
related to knowing that. Yeah, I wouldn't.
like. And besides, what wizards are you talking about?
Which wizards?
Like
do they
which
still
wizards?
exist?
And do they still exist?
Do they still exist in the same way that they used to exist? Who can say?
Oh no, yeah, I guess we gotta find out. Oh no.
Oh shit.
We have
Season
to
3? Is that God damn it.
I feel
you
like
know,
one
Find out in season 3.
So many questions.
Putting the
Like, the fun thing
seasons
is
in
just
season
like-
3.
What does Reedy look like now? Like
Oh, no.
is Reedy still fully Reedy? A fun question. What does Parliament City look like? Like what does and like going to the season?
no.
What does Duet look like? Like it.
I just have a terrible mental image
How-
of Reedy having been combined with the the Wizard Master. Its name.
Termer?
Oh
Yeah.
god,
Nice.
Oh.
Yo, they both
Oh,
fuck.
no.
I don't know.
Oh,
That
no.
might be
I was
too
gonna say,
powerful.
how does the Dragon
Alright,
Lawyer
hold
say
on.
the DLC look now that it's been patched?
Perfectly fine.
I
The
love
Dragon City is the other city
Yeah, I
that
double-clicked.
will not have forgotten anything.
Cool.
I feel like we're gonna have some explaining to do with this one.
I plead the
We
fifth.
set a precedent with them as well, that they
Yeah.
are not scared of effects of the word tree, and they are not scared of the gardeners.
Almost like I was
I remember
there
that,
when
yeah.
you mentioned something like that.
Yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
did.
It sounds familiar from what I've seen.
I
And
love
they also
calling it
have a
like
quill.
Mm-hmm.
Also, goddamn, I just saw those shoes and I love them. I need a pair. Jesus fucking
Yeah, they're
Christ.
looking really cool.
I
cool.
need. I don't have anything that would work with those shoes, but goddamn, I need them.
I couldn't
Have you thought about
stiletto to save my
cosplaying
life.
T?
Oh Jesus!
Did you just
Need
get
help with how to
main
cosplay? I'll help
character
you.
energy card on top of your diamond gacha?
Yes.
The
you
only
actually
way
get-
this could be
Oh.
worse. There's only one way this could be worse before this month is over.
That's because you get the VIP card. Like, come on.
I should just stop buying packs for the rest of this month. I should just stop myself. I should
Thank
just
you so
really
much for buying all the packs.
Just choose your cards on other people. It'll be fine.
I really appreciate
Your
it.
fault.
Like,
I
immensely.
regret nothing. I am not upset, but this is 100% your fault. You made that statement. Now I'm like, ah, shit, I gotta know. Because also, what are the odds that the first day you have the diamond gacha,
Just job well done. Job well done.
the first day, you have
But you're the
diamond
first.
gacha.
Congratulations.
Number one.
And I get it.
Number one.
I think the card that like fucks me up the most that no one's gotten is the tortilla of concern.
Yeah,
This-
that's there.
Stare at it all the
Season
time.
season 3, that card is changing. I'm not gonna tell you how it's
It's
changing,
gotta
but
be
it's
like
changing.
more than a concern now. Is basically.
It's
The
a
tortilla
Major
of
concern.
immense
Is it a
concern.
quesadilla now or something? Like, is it gonna be all cooked up? Like,
I
Yeah.
said the burrito of worry
There
last
you
night.
go.
there you go, burrito. It's a burrito. Yeah, it's all cooked up. There's stuff in there.
fajita
Now
panic.
display. There you go.
RNG for literally, I think the only tortilla and VIP are the only limited cards that are left.
Oh, sorry, burrito.
Burrito.
Burrito. It's like the
Quesadilla,
Waluigi of
contemplating.
Burrito of concern. I am. I don't know
Uh,
if I read that
It's
burrito.
gonna be.
What's in there?
It just dawned on me.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for grabbing 5 card packs. Good luck on a burrito.
Did we have any other new coupons I didn't even notice?
I think there's 3 currently.
There are 3 currently.
Oh, I have a coupon
Do the cards thing.
I did it.
I mean, if you had a card and you wanted to play it, you could totally do that.
So,
It's coming.
plans I have between seasons
Cool, nailed it.
are
10 out of 10 toast. Same page.
Flawless. Flawless. Way to go.
I must be like way behind.
Oh, it's in the text. He and I both did the cards command.
Oh, okay. So I have plans as I started writing up the abilities at the beginning of this season, but then got behind on it, and I'm just like, no, I can do better than what I did, and now I have a better grasp on that. So I'm gonna like, even if they don't release the new quest books, I'm gonna try to get new class skills out for like new abilities out for everybody. And we'll see if they're fun or cool. I'm definitely making my own magical items because we've touched a lot of the magical items that are in that book already. So we need more.
I feel like I can bring back that old document I had from a while ago. Just dumb ideas that I've been making.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
That's perfectly good. Like
Absolutely.
Lore's magical wand is the first of those magical items that I've made. Like that one.
Again, I
I
fully
made it.
appreciate the fact that it does not specify I have to roll.
You don't have to roll. You just point. But so
No doubt.
So close to using it. So
Oh, speaking of rolls, guys, we roll like shit, for fuck's sake.
hey, I'm
I
fine.
don't know it, but like,
I'm
yeah,
real-
I'd like to roll better.
I'm real glad that I switched because I was gonna originally use one of Lore's other weapons for that first attack, but I'm real glad I switched and used the spear.
Yeah, that was good.
yeah, it's like you have a living part of tea. Still, like, it's there. You have it.
It is now my buddy.
We will.
Just
Is
a little
it? Okay.
friend.
That's fine.
I mean, technically,
Like,
by
take it out
knowing
of his
it,
hive mind, it just goes back to just.
Mm.
You just pop it
got
in
a
a jar, and then like whatever part of the jar it's like leaning up against, that's your like tea detector.
Oh.
So why would you drop it in the jar? Maybe it can go in and out the jar.
Well, it likes it. It hasn't had an
You can go
apartment of its
Yeah.
own.
like a little
Yeah, there we
habitat.
go. It lives in the
Its own
jar.
spacious
Yeah,
little
like it.
habitat.
Hilarious if it
Yeah.
like there's
Yeah,
even
like,
a low
it's
tea
not-
set
it's
in
not
there.
It's
stuck
just
in
chilling.
there.
Am I
It's
the
not
Yeah.
stuck in there.
That's what I thought. Yeah, like that's good.
Am I the only one that when we grew up, we tied like strands of hair to Junebug's legs, and they would fly around, and you would have them on a leash?
Turns
That's
out he's
cool.
a psychopath.
Interesting.
He's just flying a
No, you're not. We did that
I
with
used to just
I
catch
didn't-
like
I didn't
bugs
do
in my
it.
hands, but
Locusts.
Yeah, we did it.
oh,
But
that's,
like,
that's cool.
I have heard of people that would like trap flies and like put them in the fridge because they wouldn't die, but it would like
Knock 'em
basically
out,
make
basically.
them hibernate, like,
Wow.
knock them out,
Aw.
and then tie string around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Aw.
basically the same thing, except for
Yeah.
Junebugs are just like the beetles, and they're much thicker, and they sound really loud when they like.
Can you
Zzz.
put this here
Mhm.
so I can actually see what's happening? Yes.
I got a question.
Thank you, Caustic.
What up?
In one of the games I spent, I think it was like half its current AP to
Thank
make
you,
the
Warlord.
tree flavorful. How's
What are
that
you
working
thinking
out
for?
now?
Why are you thanking me? I've done nothing.
I think it's still gonna like it's flavored
Tastes like shit?
I mean, it tastes like home.
Mm.
So like shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're home and if your home life is just real, like it.
Yikes.
I think the only time Vatna ever tastes anything right now, like, and I'm talking like right away, and this is probably like gonna have to be a thing for Vatna.
Oh, I'm definitely
like
willing
go
to.
ahead.
I'm probably gonna lean into that too.
I
And,
really like that for you. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Vatna being the character that wants to explore all of the time, but now, the moment you leave where that shield was, you feel anxious, you know? Like, is it agoraphobia? Is that what it is? Like,
Yeah,
fear
where
of
you
the
don't want to leave
outside-
the house at all. Yeah, that's
Like,
the core
Stockholm
syndrome.
syndrome.
Yeah.
I feel the
Something like
idea
that,
that
yeah.
like giving Vatna a little bit of that, not a ton, not like it like takes
Mhm.
over your life, but like this doesn't feel right. Nothing feels the way it did because, like, let's face it, even like going
could
out
it?
into different worlds, they all
Yeah.
felt like unique and individual, and like, but now now everything tastes like you put it all in a
Muddy.
blender.
Yeah.
And
Asshole.
you can't pick out. Yeah, muddy's actually a really good word to use because you can't pick out like individual flavors anymore. Like Vatna is used to living a life of just like this tastes like garlic, this tastes like beef, this tastes like carrot. Now it's everything tastes like stew.
Yeah. Like my
Yeah.
cooking.
Huh.
Yeah.
He's probably getting a little bit of sensory overload.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna rework some of Krieg's abilities since he doesn't really go down the ranger path anymore.
Love that for you.
Well, I don't get sensory overload when I eat stew, so
I mean,
Hey, I have
that
a
was just,
question.
like,
I
very
can't
vague.
understand that.
Like very basic explanation. Like talking like what's the craziest thing like food wise? Like what tastes so? What is the food that you've had that
fruit.
doesn't taste anything like its ingredients, but it can still be good. But things that like doesn't taste anything like what it's
Added
made
too
of.
much lemon pepper to it.
Zucchini bread.
I can't think of anything, but I see what you're going for.
That
Yeah.
is like it doesn't taste like the sum of its parts. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a good analogy though, like with the stew. I mean,
Overcooked egg or something.
Y'all just listing out shit I love to eat all the time,
She
and
does
like
love to
I'm
eat
here
overcooked
for
eggs.
it.
That's not even
Like,
true.
does love a burnt
yeah, like
egg.
my lemon pepper egg stew is like
Oh.
such a like unique part of my daily routine, and like I can absolutely agree with the like because that's what home tastes like to me. And so like the idea of like, oh, what if you cooked well? I don't know. That feels a little foreign in taste, and it makes me uncomfortable, if you will, and that's why I never want to leave home. So
It's
like,
like, you know, it's not even that because like
Which
I like even though I like we eat quite well flavor-wise, like. But every so often, I get a craving for shit food that I had as a kid. And like my mom was a good cook, but she would cook steaks well done, like well done. Like if it weren't fucking like burnt, she didn't want it.
Not
So that's
black,
how
not
we
making
ate it. Yeah, exactly. And she would serve it with like the pre-minced garlic that you can get in the jar. She would take like a spoonful of that, put it in a bowl, put like a chunk of butter in it, and put it in the microwave. And that was the like flavor for the steak, is you would dip your steak in garlic butter to eat it. It's not it's not necessarily good. It's not bad. It's just it is what it is. And like I have eaten virtually every other steak that I've eaten aside from what she cooked has been a better steak than the steak that she made. But sometimes I miss a like overcooked London broil dipped in garlic butter.
Nice.
At
Like,
least it was minced garlic and not just like garlic powder and garlic salt.
See, like
garlic salt's so good though.
I'm not a huge
I
fan.
do that.
Like we tend to just buy garlic. We buy a lot of garlic.
Yeah,
and just
a lot of garlic.
smash it up and use it.
Yeah,
and
fuck
like
me up
minced
with
garlic has like a particular flavor to me. Like it's not a bad flavor. Just minced garlic in the jar does not taste like garlic to me. It tastes like minced garlic in a jar. Oh,
But
bye
that
forever,
nostalgia,
like,
absolutely.
whoever just left.
Imperial and had to go because his drugs like hitting him hard, which makes sense because like surgery and whatnot.
Bye, Imperial.
Oh
Yeah. Big love. Jesus.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Yeah, hit me.
What the fuck did all of this look like from the perspective of us four who are out in space right now?
Yeah, was this that happened?
This was it.
You saw a black hole basically. You saw from the outside all of these planets like congeal into one. Like you saw it from you saw the planets start to move, and like you then like after they took down after the sky went away for them, all of the roots were exposed to everybody out there. Like it's like that's what they look like, and then you just saw it just get pulled. So basically, imagine an explosion backwards.
Explosion? Huh?
So it imploded.
Okay, it definitely imploded.
Okay.
Did it look like?
Go ahead.
Did it look like destructive in a sense, or more like
as destructive as when a planet begins to form? So like, that's what I was trying to say during the game. Like when you guys were inside the shield, you did see molten rock and lava covering the world. And, like it happened very quickly, but you saw it. But even more terrifying to some people, like anybody that has like a doctor ability that like lets them talk with the dead, or like Soki or Vatna, you would see the same thing happening, but with souls.
I'm probably gonna mention that to my friend. Maybe she would want to know about that. Wants to play a doctor. So.
It's just like it's just like it all like slams together, and you are seeing like people like the soul is trying to find vessels, and those vessels suddenly becoming like catching up with not the same memories, but somewhere between. Like if it's two people fusing together, but like there's nothing saying that I only have to fuse two people together. I can fuse an entire like community into one person.
Yeah. Kind of uncomfortable, but
yes,
interesting.
amalgamations.
I
Yeah.
look forward
Alright,
so much to the Cronenbergs.
Like
Any
we
voices?
know.
Yeah,
we
what
know,
about the voices? Sorry.
that's millions
Like
of questions.
Yeah.
Because they
That
would,
was-
I mean, yeah.
I have theories about that.
It's
possibility
for sure. But like we have like we don't have any artwork to show you yet, but we have ideas for a couple races that are just gonna be just chef's kiss amazing.
Agreed.
Like you asked about the otters. The otters have like such a good direction that they're going. I'm
looking
so
forward to that.
excited for the otters. The Onis, I'm so excited for where the Onis are going. I'm
He
excited
wants
for
to
what
know
I
if there's
want.
going to be an equipable bee option now.
B, you still B. You inside.
Yeah, you're inside.
B, you safe.
You're
For
fine.
now.
He's not
I'm
killing
hungry.
you for the 300th time.
I am also hungry. I feel
Royce
that.
maybe, but not B.
Me too. I might go cook, and I'm still gonna be here, but I'm on mute if I cook. I don't know what to make though.
Well, like
On my phone, so.
Make soup. Some kind of stew, perhaps?
I don't
butter,
feel like it. I don't have what I need
sandwich.
for that. Otherwise, I would make some Cinnabon, but I don't have the stuff for it.
I am heating stew right now.
Nice.
Ironically, we had stew for dinner at my house.
Oh, man, now Cinnabon's sounding good. Maybe I should order stuff for it.
I really just landed on that metaphor real good though. But it's
Yeah, that was good.
season 2 has been so much fun for me. Like
Mhm.
as a DM or GM or whichever you want to call it. I spent 20 years calling myself a DM, so hard to shake that. But
Grand Maestro.
Oh, I
Nah.
do like
Yeah.
that though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna, like,
I think that's.
I'm gonna BRB while I find an edible drink. I think because I just want to like vibe
Oh,
and like
shit.
talk about the season.
Quaff that
quaff
shit.
it.
I'm a
Taking
quaff
that
shit.
action. Good
Right?
job, Captain.
Yup.
Captain's orders.
Yup.
Find your, your edible of choice. If that's not your vibe, whatever makes you feel good, like a good snack.
Yes,
like
ma'am.
Put a
little snack
drink.
break.
I was
Yep.
already drinking.
Yep,
BRB.
I'll do that.
actually, then let me go away too. I'll just be right back.
I'm bringing my phone with me.
Everybody else screaming to the void.
Yup.
Ah.
Uh,
I give you one clap.
By the way, can I just say I love how, despite we have so many people in here, we rarely talk over each other.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have that problem. It's partially ADHD, partially I used to
Well,
talk a
what?
shit ton as a child. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I worry about that all the
Oh,
time. Like I don't
it's
want to talk
okay.
over anybody. I have so
I
much
think
to
he was
say. Like
complimenting.
too much. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but I know I'm the problem child.
No.
No.
I mean, there's definitely people who are little more intense sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah.
It could be anybody.
I worry about that all the time. Don't want to talk over anybody.
Could be
Yeah.
anybody.
No.
Yeah. See, I'm the one that worries about being talked over.
It's probably Art. She's the worst.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's
my,
both
my
ways,
brain is like, oh god, if I don't say it now, I'm gonna forget it. And what
Me
if?
too. Me
Yeah,
too.
so.
Oh. Yep. I can't hold on to a thought too
Or
long.
the
Yep.
conversation's gonna move
I have
on.
to
It's
get
like,
it
oh,
out.
I'm no longer relevant.
Time has passed several
Yeah.
times.
It's like hold on to it. It's like oh no, there it is. There it goes.
I've missed
Nope, I can't
several
say that
times.
anymore. Conversation's moved.
Yep.
All right, I just want to say what Art said. Oi, what the fuck?
Indeed.
Not sure why I gave it that accent.
Alright, I need us all to do the like Alan and Nika
I really hope that they have wireless headphones.
I think Alan does.
No, he doesn't. But
okay, now I know
it's
what
fine.
I'm
I heard it.
It's fine. It's a flippable moment. We're fine. We're good.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Everything's okay.
I saw your avatar just react to you.
Yeah,
It's
like,
just kind of like, okay, Nika's back.
Scatter.
Be good. It's good to see that it's working again.
It was fine. It was
I
just my shit needed to be unplugged and replugged.
Has Alan stepped away?
He might be back.
Welcome.
He's not back. I'm lying.
Joaquin.
He's gripping himself an edible drink.
The message
Waffle.
specifically for midnight. Hold on.
Yep, what's
I'm getting my band hammer for the puppy.
Oh no.
Wait, what did I do?
You're in trouble.
What did I do? I literally do not know what I did.
I don't remember, but I swear it was you that said something about B or Art.
No, that was totally me. 100%.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, I'm just pushing it off onto someone else, though.
As per normal.
Yes.
I will say I'm so incredibly glad you encouraged us all to not think about the main character energy or not talk about the main character energy until that was over, because I know mine has changed 5 times in the past 3 days.
I mean, where I thought mine was going to go got kind of thrown.
Oh, Art has a command.
I see
for
that.
us.
I could see
We
that. I
have
could do that.
excuse me. Be positive has a command for us. We have to talk to each other.
Command
in
hasn't been added
Positive
yet.
or B+.
So I'm not.
The correct name.
I get
is B+.
confused, so.
People call her B+.
It actually makes me nuts because I do it too, but like it's positive. It's like it has to be positive because it's like a blood type, but like that's just too many syllables and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Constantly.
But like
Yeah,
I know
that's
that it's positive.
And I am fully on the roller coaster of wherever the fuck my main character energy goes that you already had an idea for. Like, I am riding this bitch. Let's go.
I'm just gonna
I don't
wing it.
even
See what happens.
know what to
One of these
think
days, I'm
now.
gonna get main character energy.
I have some real interesting ideas for the people who have the main character energy things. Like, obviously, right here, like talking to Vatna, you have some idea of the direction I would like to lean with Vatna. Just like, because again, remember, Vatna's only like a year old.
He's
Or,
a
like,
little baby.
He's very young.
Boy.
So it's just like this is probably Vatna's real first time like things have changed. Like and like that is interesting. I would like to explore that direction with Vatna. Like spend a year being all like fly by the seat of your pants, like take the airship out for jaunts and stuff, and then it's just like all of a sudden, oh fuck. Like where are we? What are we now? Like that is
a coming of age arc.
Yeah, it's like I'm interested in seeing that.
I personally, I would really like to see a paranoia arc from Krieg.
Please, Krieg, paranoia arc.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm totally also into the idea of like not quite settling down and becoming a family man, but like getting that like, well, I mean, you can't be a successful like mobster without like a family. Like that's part of like the formula. But then also like, no, but that scene of your death haunts you.
We talking like Howard Hughes?
We'll see what we can do.
You're breaking up, Nicole.
Sorry, there. I was saying like we talking Howard Hughes paranoia or something else.
I think like mobster paranoia. Like everyone's like out to get you. Who can you actually trust? Like that kind of vibe.
Ruffles and Squishy. That's about it.
Oh man, that final like betrayal by Squishy is gonna be like a 10 out of 10.
Oh no.
Set that one up since day one.
After all that you've done for Squishy.
He knows
what we've done.
Honestly, Squishy is like probably the one that keeps Krieg together, so if that happened,
I really hope that's not. Yeah.
Krieg just dies and then Squishy becomes the new character.
Yeah. That'd be better, but Krieg don't die. But yeah, you know.
I feel like Squishy exists like a little bit outside of like the normal realms of the characters because he should be just a like ranger companion, but like he just for the lore has just been consistently funnier and more interesting for him to be developed. So like now he's kind of like halfway between a real like a fully fleshed out character and like
almost a real boy.
He's almost a real boy.
Yeah.
One day he's gonna pack up his own bindle and leave you.
Could the bitter gift be cast on him, or has it already been cast on him?
I mean, but that is
Sorry,
like that's a
trying
good
to
question.
send
Has he been bitter gifted? Who could say?
Maybe he was bitter gifted before Krieg found him.
Has the
I mean, he did
jellyfish
spend
been
a
buttered?
long time in that jail because think
That's
how
true.
many seconds before we found him.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Like he actually got bitter gifted, and he's been like,
Whoa.
he's a plant now.
Oh no!
Dun,
Paper
dun,
agent.
dun.
That would actually be awesome.
Season 1 callback. I still have a season 1
Find out
card,
in
so
season
I do too.
We'll
I have
find out
many
in season
cards.
3.
I know.
I'm gonna make sure you guys are gonna. There's gonna be a season 2 card, obviously, but we just haven't gotten to it because this has been a really long week.
This has been a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't want to segue or kind of take the mic for a minute, but I frankly I'm gonna have to watch the VODs because I missed a whole lot this week, including this evening. I wasn't really super present, but I did want to say, yeah, I know. I'll have to go. I'll have to go look at the VOD. It's not a big deal. But Nika, Alan, I don't know if Twy is here, but especially Twy, everybody that makes this game such a good game, such a wonderful world to play, and then each and every single one of its players, just all super fantastic people. I'm super, super happy every time I get to participate as part of it. So I just wanted to thank you guys because I only have a couple minutes, but
I don't know if I'm like prepared for feelings. Honestly,
I wasn't prepared for this.
Like, oh,
you knew Joaquin was going to have some sort of speech of some sort.
Like,
But yeah, no,
I mean, thank you. I very much know I am awesome.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's the creators that do all the artwork that Nika does, all the world building that Nika and Alan and I'm sure Twy are doing, all the hard logistical behind the scenes, like kind of stagecraft work that that Twy does. I know that's so
No,
much.
I gotta say the stagecraft of it all, truly, Nika as a producer, killing it.
That's
absolutely
literally
killing it.
fantastic.
And like it's yeah, no. And like I can help with
actually
things
legitimately wish it weren't.
post-game, but like Nika's amount of like dedication and like constant work is absolutely insane. And like a couple years ago, I would not have thought this was possible. But like through the years, Nika has been like honing a craft that is not out there at the time. Every time we hit a roadblock, it is a new roadblock that we see like a lot of other people have no fucking clue that's a thing. And so
Yeah,
it
it's
is absolutely
a little frustrating, admittedly.
But the dedication towards like, yeah, but like this, but flip it on its head. And Alan, he's an amazing flipper. And so like, and there's just me in the background be like, oh, okay, scribble, maybe get to this, maybe get to the, no. All the thank you, but all the massive props absolutely go to like Nika and Alan that have like through a merging of their like skills and traits and like have been, especially this year, especially this like last half of the season, learning just how to ramp up like GM at scale. And like we are hitting this like beautiful like ceiling that is season 3 is gonna get fucking shattered, and like we are just propelled by y'all. Like this would not be the amazing project that like breathes life.
Yeah, we wouldn't do it if y'all weren't so hard in it and like always showing the fuck up and bringing your personal flavor to everything that we do and your enthusiasm for the shit that we do. Like we wouldn't do it if you guys were like, I mean, I guess.
You're like, oh, okay.
Thank God somebody shows up because Lord knows I fucking don't.
But you know, I
disagree
every
with that
time
statement.
if I could.
Like,
likewise, you know I'm on call.
I try to be as present as
It's like,
possible.
hey, we need someone. Boom.
Y'all do
Like,
amazing. Like, and the whole
you all
point
do
of this
great.
was that like you didn't have to be there for every single game. Like that is the base premise of it. But like collectively, you're all here all the time, and that's awesome to me.
Gotta share the wealth with everybody.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting me
Yeah,
say my sentimental
Definitely have
piece,
tried to
but
make
I'll-
the
As
I'll
thank you
get
so
outta
much
here.
for saying that.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
ew
we love
and
you.
gross. Like don't. Ew.
Like you, how dare you, but also, bitch, we love you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like-
Exactly that.
Seriously.
And then Kira shows up one time and fucks our shit up.
One time.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy the wrap. Good night, folks.
Have a good
Bye.
night. We love you so much.
But I still love you.
Like,
Yeah, I've definitely tried to like be more active in this second season than I was in the first. And I think I have been.
Alan and I were actually talking about that last night. So we were kind of in our like delirium between phases of sleep that we were in last night.
Yeah.
What?
What is that? No.
Right. We were talking about how much we really enjoy the premise of you guys in that like little squad, basically the like space squad. And how like the first game that y'all played together, like I don't know if any of you had ever played together in a session before, and seeing your chemistry together and like how good and like tight the party felt. I was like, no, I like this crew, this like group as a party. I'm really into that. And it felt like by telling you guys that and making a game for you together, the next time you played, everyone was just that step up more. And I really liked to see that. Like, it felt like you responded to this idea of, like, being put together in this, like, special way. And it just made it all the better. So, like, watching that, I don't know, watching, producing, whatever it is that I'm doing when the stream is happening.
If you think about it, it's not that special. That's normal. Having the same players in that type of game
I know, and
normal.
it's so alien for us because that's not how we do things. But to
like,
see it was really nice.
Them was fun. Like giving them a task, like basically giving them like it's like you guys didn't know it when I initially gave it to you, that I had an idea for it, and like I had that idea as soon as I like that idea like when you guys saw the Harbinger and were nice to him, the whole thing laid itself out for me. It wasn't just like, oh okay, I'm gonna give them a thing, and then it's just like I was like, no, I'm gonna turn this into something else because I love this. I like this. This is it's very fun because it's 4 characters that I would never have put together if you had asked me like build a party for the last Diggy Hole game out of the whole list of people, like and shit. Like some of you might have come up in it, but like I wouldn't have put those 4.
Like that specifically that like
yeah, not specifically that. And then you guys like fucking killed it because like everything went out of control and none of you like got super frustrated with it. You just let it happen. You let it roll, and I'm like, this is the team that I want to go on a dumb space adventure because like I can see this team having some really ridiculous little interactions, and you did immediately. I put you on a planet, and you guys just like, all right, let's fuck it up somehow. And like, Tengu immediately murders somebody and tries to spill like the secrets of everything that you're doing. Rennick's just like kicking his shins. Like, in my head, Osiria's just like out there like picking up plants as like these like this huge discussion about like swords and wolves using swords and the fact that he's a thief is happening. And just Valish is like Catherine and Pollux is there for the ride. They're like, all right, communication's working great.
Once again.
It's like, I don't fail a single roll.
It's accounting so good right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how some of those other flavors develop with some of the other groups over season 3.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree.
I'm so excited for all that.
And like that is a teeny part of me hitting y'all up to be like, I don't know, who do you think your character's close to? Who do you think they would want to get close to? Just just start mixing like, stuff up, putting people together, see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many great moments in this game, and like
I thought I knew what I wanted next season, but now I'm not quite so sure.
Excellent.
Somewhat immediate question. The 5 of us that are in a coma, are we out of comas?
Yeah, it was weeks.
Okay.
Like, it's been so long that you guys have been, like, the world building games are gonna start with you guys needing to find food.
I think
like,
it's
you guys.
All right.
That sounds fun.
Because, blame it on Lore, because Lore said she hit the greenhouse.
I mean, there's the hospital, but food
you guys
is
could have hit
important.
you could have hit the hospital or like, and it doesn't matter one way or the other. It's both bad.
Yep.
Like you would have had to find medicine, or you would have had to find food. But now it's food.
The greenhouse is my part-time bedroom. Damn it! Now I have to find somewhere else to nap.
I can make sure you have some spots on the airship.
Apartments are gone.
Okay, but B has a really good point, though. Just gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all are food to bees. Y'all are hungry, but B, it's bees.
I mean,
He is hungry. We could have a redo of our Halloween session.
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah.
And that's how the season starts and ends.
No.
All right, we're
That's
gonna
how
have a world destroying game.
Yeah, our like hunger fever dreams are that.
Let's not get to that point.
Well,
Gotta
the
eat
good
each other.
news is that
No.
Vatna and Kay are good at non-magical gardening, maybe.
And like, but like, where do you get the seeds? Do you have this? It's a whole thing. But we're gonna play a bunch of different like world building games.
Absolutely.
Like before the season ended, I knew a couple of them. Oh, there's one game it's called Wheelbarrow or Wagon Wheel. Sorry, Wagon Wheel. And I'm a little sad that one of my favorite podcasts played it for world building anyway. And I'm like, but it's so good. We're gonna play it. It's basically, hey, what if Stew Pot was on the road?
Nice.
That's fun.
Okay.
That's neat.
Mad Max?
Stew Pot was so fun.
There's no killing in Stew Pot.
That's fair.
We could add it.
You could.
No.
Die the last
No.
time.
Wow.
We can do whatever we want. It's a new
Yo.
world.
True,
Deathless.
but like not
Well.
already.
But like, there's so many games I want to play, and like obviously we're starting up in February, so it's not like a ton of time. But I
There's
do
no time.
have.
There's not like 1 ounce actually of time.
What are you talking about? It's tomorrow.
It
Yeah, you can
basically
play
is
both
also
tonight.
Yeah, no, I have like a lot of
already
work to do.
happening. No.
Oh, can I just mention
February, you're
one thing?
really not taking much time off.
There's not really.
At least take
Okay.
time to play video games.
I will,
Sorry.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What
Isaac,
was
you're
that?
gonna say something?
What was that, Isaac? Yeah.
Warlord.
No, I just wanted to mention one thing. So, just back in August, when Nika had DM'd me, it was like, hey, what days are you available for games? We'd like to have you on one this month, ideally. And I'm like, yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays. She's like, can you make it to the game on the 5th? I'm like, yeah, perfect. I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Legit, unintentional, and I love it, by the way. But at the same time, it's just like, anxiety. Thanks.
Yeah.
I never want anyone to feel anxious. Like that's not. It's
It was
because we
just
have
like-
cool ideas for you guys, and we want to we want to see you. We want to like.
And that's fine.
Have
It's
you be
just
part
like
of it.
that's fine. I'm just like, what the fuck are they thinking? What are
It's
they
less
planning?
ominous and more them making sure that people come whether they want to or not.
Which is
There's
also
there's a lot of like different people respond differently to a group setup like this. And they're the players that are always like all in, ready to go. The roster goes up, and they're like, "Yeah, this is where I want to be." And there are people who are like, "Oh, I don't know which one feels good to me," and then they won't sign up for anything. And it's like, no, but I want to see you. I want to pull you in. So if I have to chase you down to do it, I will, because I want you to know we want your character there.
And I got chased down.
Yeah.
I got hunted.
Rest
I'm
looking
glad,
like
though.
you
Come on,
there.
Isaac.
Like literally, we had a list, and
So,
yeah.
I'm fine with
Get-
that. I'm fine with that.
Reporting with
Aw.
narcotics,
Okay.
Captain.
Sure, the
Yeah.
bulk is how you like Dragon CD done.
Mm-hmm.
There
Nice.
was so many good moments this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Like
We were
so many just
sorry, like
I
I had started to talk about that. We had gotten into the delirium between and talking about between sleep
Oh, yeah.
sessions and talking about just good moments throughout, and like the things that we really enjoyed seeing. There's a lot. Also, holy shit, we've played so
Do you
many
have like
fucking
a
games.
top 5, top 10?
It's like I'm trying to like order my top 5 right now. Like in no particular order. These are just some, like I'm not gonna give a specific number of them, but in no particular order. Here are some of my absolute favorite things that have happened in season 2. Like first thing that comes to mind, Joaquin's speech in tongue in teeth.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
It was so good. I fucking loved it. I like not just Joaquin's speech in that whole game, like the entirety of the way the tongue and teeth was played. Professor Winter nailing the jurist, like even more, almost like that you have like I loved the first time we saw Jurist.
Yeah,
Loved
absolutely.
him. Absolutely loved him. But then the second time we saw Jurist, I was just like, fuck, this is amazing. I love this character so much. Like, and like, it's good that he's just your side character, because you can't fall back on that too hard, or else like it loses its impact.
But it's great
Like,
for like those particular.
Yeah, and besides that, I do enough of the long-suffering lawyer in real life. I don't need to do it in game.
I don't need to play a
often.
lawyer in a video game. I play it in real life.
I want you to be your ex-mafia sky pirate that lives inside your heart. That's what I want, but every once in a while, I need that put upon lawyer.
I instantly made
Lawyer
sure.
for this game.
I made sure that DLC was alive for Juris.
It's very safe. I love that. Like Akana turning down the infinity tree, same game. Also, absolutely inspired moment because I did not see that coming. I thought if I hand a weapon to any of this crew, they're gonna accept it just without asking. And Akana was just like, "You're wrong. You've been wrong the whole time." And I was like, "Fuck! I was wrong the whole time." I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. We did a really long like postmortem for that particular game because for like a no combat essentially game, so much happened in it, and there's so many really good like player moments and interactive moments in it. And the way that y'all like built up your characters and contributed to the lore it might actually be my favorite game of the season. Like, even though I know it's like a quieter game comparatively, because some of them get like absolutely loud and absolutely ridiculous, and I love a lot of those too, and I love like some of the comedy type ones. Like there's always gonna be a soft spot in my heart for the very first time that you meet like Parse and like the rest of Pim's family.
Oh god.
Like I loved that session. I loved like Corey, Ento, coming in and taking that energy of like your parents are disappointed in you and rolling with it was very, very fun for me. Like that was not something that they had like discussed beforehand. That was a dynamic that evolved during gameplay. I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for that so hard.
Fucking speaking of like some of the less serious games, Lurid versus Cole in
Oh
Unbearable.
my god.
Lack versus William.
Yes, that was great.
Was so fucking good.
Sometimes
And,
I
like-
still rewatch that.
Yeah, you should. The fight scene between you guys definitely influenced a lot of what we thought could be possible for like having villains. The idea that you could like play cards against each other in that way, but like live in the moment, was very, very cool. And you guys did it. You played the right cards and you used them at the right times. So it never felt like it was overwhelming, like too many cards, too many cards. It felt like punctuation points in the middle of an extended battle that just kept turning the tides in either's favor, and it was very, very cool to like be a part of that. Each time that it happened, I was like, "Oh, that was a cool way to do that." Like, that was a neat card use. It was inspired card use. I'm a big fan of using the cards in ways that I'm not planning on.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sorry.
and between humor and seriousness, we can't forget fucking Soki. Like, A, amazing card use with editor. B, fucking inspired use of that goddamn clown horn.
Every
How did I
single
miss that?
every single time that we got into like a very stressful situation, I just had it. I keep notes on my desktop of things that might be useful at some point, and it's just like, all right, we're in a battle. There's nothing that we could do. We're pulling out of here. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to pull that trigger at any time. And then it's just like, oh yeah, well, you waited too long, and now that village is destroyed. So I'm just like, well, I see the future sometimes, right? So, all right, let's scramble here, type out a message real quick, be like, please don't go too far before it's too late. It's just like,
Everyone stop.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing. I would have, in a million years, I could have been playing this game, never would have seen that shit coming.
Nope, didn't see
And
that.
like, I am not the DM that gets mad when you guys ruin my plan. That is not who I am. I am not so precious with my ideas that I think that only my ideas can be the correct choice. Like,
At that point, you're just telling a story, not playing a game.
I have no... Oh, go ahead.
Any like, what were some points where that happened where you had to like make a new map in the moment?
Oh fuck! When did I have to make up a new map in the moment?
Specific season or both seasons?
There were a couple times.
I have done it all season. Let me open Roll20 real quick.
I just remember, I have no map for this.
Give me a second.
The 16 maps
Let me
I
grab
made.
this restaurant.
I mean, I
because
can
you weren't
never
supposed to go
tell
Yeah, the
when
restaurant.
you say it. I'm
Yeah,
like, that
Patagon.
hasn't been there.
Like,
Not only am I now on my computer and probably sound better, I have myself a cup of coffee.
hooray!
The time he
We
had
have to
spawn
ration
a
the coffee.
I am so
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if
we
you guys
do.
aren't
Die.
like,
It's the
crew
only
number
thing
2.
that still has flavor.
I mean, if there's any like some, I mean, maybe like a use of like, I don't know, like an ability to like multiply some like food sources we have. They have wild font, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
yeah.
assume that with you guys' abilities, you guys can keep yourself living, but just
Yeah.
like you know
Just
that
limited.
eventually, like you're not gonna
Mhm.
have the AP for it anymore because the AP
True.
takes more. It takes more energy to produce this food than the food gives you.
Yep.
I
So-
have to wonder, did the
Guess I gotta
coffee
go out
beans
there.
from our world combine with the coffee beans from...
Oh shit.
You mean the
That's
meth?
a good question.
That's just
Ooh.
meth.
I mean,
That is
you mean
still
the
just
meth?
meth.
Hey, look,
Straight
in
up
the
meth.
RP, Vatna has been
Oh
like
no.
varying coffee from seasonings because it's like the best stuff ever.
Nice.
Cross pollinate meth with coffee beans and see
Now
what
that's
you
in
get.
the RP. That
Yeah, we
so
I know you guys saw them. Like one or two of them at the end of the last game. I fully fleshed out the submarine's interior in expectation that Team 2 was going to spend more time inside the submarine than they did. At the beginning of that game, it's just like all 5 of us get out of the sub, and I'm like,
we were never in the sub, basically.
well, get fucked. That's
Like
cool.
oh, let's look for a sprinkler system.
It's like, Alan, did you make me a switchboard specifically so that we could like have like a fun like maybe we're singing in here and like
I mean,
buffing
can
everybody
you
else?
actually?
else
too
up around?
logical.
Can you show it? Because like I'm still in the roll 20. I still have it. You can put it up on screen.
Yeah, I did put it. I did put Patagon in it at the end of it just because I was so sick of not fucking showing it.
Alan just like, I put in all this energy for fucking once. Look at it.
But I made a
Behold
switchboard. I
my
was just like,
efforts.
"Look, I made this, and then it's just like, okay, well, what if the paper soldiers invade the sub, and they're gonna go straight for the engine, of course. So it's just like, here's the engine. I'm like, cool, awesome. I got the engine ready to go. I put Leo in his cast there because I thought that's where you guys were, but you weren't. You left, and he was dancing on the beach. And then we have like another control room. Did we see this? No, we didn't see it. Alan's not mad about it or anything. I'm just saying.
You could have showed the control room briefly when I teleported Clem to it.
Like, at least the airship team did their due diligence and went room for room.
Oh,
because I
the
forced
airship
them
I
to
really
do it.
liked. I thought it
I
turned out
love
quite
the
well.
ship.
It looks
Oh
so
yeah, it
cool.
looks great.
Oh,
Best part
and
about
also,
the ship, Senior Officer Marcus.
Oh.
yeah.
He can
Guess
only
they're
exist
real
in our
now.
reality for 2 to 5 minutes.
He noticed me.
Yep, and also with all those bits on the sub, aren't you glad we didn't blow up the sub yet again?
I am very glad you didn't blow up.
I was gonna say we can still use them in season 3.
Yeah, if you didn't show us, we'd be like, "Oh, look at these new pictures."
Yeah,
We were helping you.
I think I want a more. Oh, sorry, Laura, you were talking.
I was gonna say we managed to at least transform the airship before the season was fully over.
Finally.
Because we didn't yesterday.
I need to talk about this whole mech thing for a second. Just for a second. Hey, do you remember when at no point was Alan like, hey, we're going to put mechs fully in this game? I was just like, I'm going to give Lore something cool. I'm going to give the first crew something cool. It's going to fall off the ship and they're going to get a mech. I'm like, that's cool. A singular mech. Awesome. Hey,
Foolish
and
of
then,
you.
then remember when we played a diggy
Fiasco.
hole game. A diggy hole game.
It was a good
where
one.
we played Fiasco, and the relationship between Pim and Laura came up. It's just like, oh, we're co-workers. It's like, oh, cool. Like, just like work out the sub together.
Business
We
partners.
own a mech factory. You do the fuck what?
Do that, Matt.
Fish Tinker Industries.
Best reaction. You what?
Oh, don't worry, it's just a small mech factory. Wait,
Yeah, you can get our merch.
the richest person is now funding it? Bigger now? What?
Yeah, don't forget you can get your official Fish Stinger Industries t-shirt.
I bought mine.
Gift shop.
Taking
Yeah, I got mine
pitches
too.
from people, investors.
Thank you, Art, for doing the link.
fucking killed me. And like I loved it. I loved that Fiasco game so much because like it established a relationship between Soki and Rupert, which was hilarious and came up again in the fucking Inspectors game. That Soki and Rupert get up to some shit.
What we do, all right? That's our thing. And you gave it to me,
established-
so I'm keeping it.
And it's just like those two cause some fucking problems. Lore being scared of ghosts just keeps
Terrified
getting
of ghosts?
redoubled, and it's
But,
so
like,
funny.
Some of my powers are literally talking to the dead.
Yeah,
And,
but
like,
doesn't mean you're not
second in
scared of
command
it.
is like a skeleton.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Whatever happened
I
to that hotel? Now that it's...
it we'll find out.
Okay,
Season
season
three.
3, I got it.
Three.
I'm not destroying the secret recipe. Like we have merch.
No, we just made merch.
Yeah.
Fucking
Merch.
The ultimate plot armor.
If there's
Honestly.
merch, it's plot armored.
That's like the real thing. Like if I spent time drawing it, I don't want to like destroy it right away.
She
How's
hasn't
the
even
diving
drawn
bell?
King Philip yet, and she was so like
I
she was
was
so
mad. I was
adamant that
like,
I'm
"No."
not killing him.
I want to get back to him. I love him.
I got the mental image of Kay when Kay is sleeping, just like feet in the like, you know, the planter, wearing an oversized Fish Tinger t-shirt.
I'd like to think that like Kay's like just folds up, like the entire head folds up like a bulb when it's like sleepy time, just like
Uh-huh. And then the giant Fish Tinger t-shirt.
just swimming in it.
Just swimming in it.
Is it like a sleeping bag?
I just keep remembering like some of these really great scenes that were happening all through it. Like
Fucking so Art's like, good thing you haven't drawn any of the libraries then. But the reason that the library got fucked is because it was either the library or the diving bell. And we have art for the diving bell, so I
Yup.
didn't want to get rid of it.
Nothing going down with that
It was
shit.
the library,
Exactly
the
the
diving
same.
bell, or Fish Tinger.
And you guys
Yeah.
were there. You guys like you guys were in that game, so like it can't be Fish Tinger. Like you literally just got that. Like that game essentially. Not like
Captain,
actually,
I
but
have
still.
I have a
Mhm.
request. Can you make art of the library? For no particular reason, could you just make art of the library?
But not even
Yeah,
just
we
make
really
art.
need art of the library in the tree now together.
Like
You
right
have
now.
to
Like,
commission art because
Mhm.
like there is something different in the like. Wait, I paid someone else to
Yeah.
do this, and it's like no. like the map, it took 2 seasons before what even like.
Now I like
what
now I'm
even?
not sure what to do for the map. Like I know I want to commission the guy for another one, but like we don't even have any idea of what is out there.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
and that I want to make very very clear. If I haven't said it enough, I do not know what is all on this world.
Like we have
And
some
I really,
ideas.
yeah, like,
but,
I know what is on this part, the part that we are on right now, the part that was liminal, that got fused with seasonings. That part I know. I made both of those worlds. I've played in both of those worlds. I know what this world looks like. And like I know I keep saying that it's a season thing. You'll have to wait to see. You'll have to wait to see what's up with Reedy. I already know.
Out of the 700 places, I know 2 of them.
Yeah, and like that's basically it. And like we had a flat plane, and now we don't. And like
Science be different now.
yeah, everything's different. And it's like the Akanas tree is built into the communication, it's built into the library, which we already established was a telescoping tower that instead of books is full of radio. Like it's full of like records, and like you plug in, like you basically tell it what you want to learn about, and it just like put headphones on and it tells you. Also, when it's at a certain height, I think we established that it like blows certain notes still.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I was like, awesome, that's very cool. And then Akana was just like, hey, I still have this seed, and I was like, and I know where you
Open
want
my
to
big
plant
mouth.
it, because like No, it's really good because like it's an additional, it's a boon to
That's
the
what I thought.
to it. Like you guys aren't kidding. Like you guys were making jokes that we have the internet. You do. You have the magical internet.
We have the interroute.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah, it's an interroute.
I was quite happy.
Worldwide route.
Yeah.
Interroute.
I'm deeply concerned and also excited for the fact that Vatna's tree was by a lot of silver.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck that's kind of done to it.
Don't worry, it's
Mhm.
fine.
It's
Trust
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Fine,
Is
it's fine.
the silver
fine.
still in that pocket dimension?
Probably.
Should be
That's
resolved, I
three.
think.
Season
I mean,
3.
I still got that tattoo. It's
To be resolved for sure. I'm like, and this is not me saying that there's not going to be Rift travel in season 3. There definitely will be some Rift travel. But just
I feel like we want to build to it. Like
we want to build back to it.
That's fine. I can keep that in the pocket.
It's just like a whole. Yeah. Some of the cards are going to be rewritten. Some of the cards are going to be destroyed and like points refunded for you to spend like on other things. Like season 3, we've got ideas on cards. Some of them it's just like let's face it. Some of the cards are kind of like dead weight right now, and we want to clean it up, make it better, get you guys like some real impactful stuff.
Not to say that like we don't have a like, because we have a lot of cards that like I feel good about that. The majority of our cards feel like they do something, but I know it can be tighter. I know it can be cleaner.
I will accept it if it goes away, but part of me wants to hang on to the vicious mockery I still have.
I don't know what to do with that
He's
card.
still gonna exist though. We just
I
won't be encountering him.
I mean that's.
And now I've got to come up with a better.
Every
insult.
time you play that, Royce has to reroll. Punish him for his 1. It's just like, oh, you think you're so fucking clever making it a 1, right? Huh?
Sticking that guy in your fucking head.
Let me just say, by the way, I love Nicole's use of like "fuck you, Alan," reaping so.
No,
Reaping
see,
so.
that didn't feel like a fuck you to me.
Oh my god,
that
I
felt
loved
amazing.
It so
like
much.
it's actually on our short list of some of the most inspired card use from the season. Like, no, I loved that shit. I love it so much.
That was amazing.
I told him in the workshop channel. I think we were talking.
Yeah,
I
this
can't remember
morning.
what we were talking. Yeah,
in the middle of the breaks of sleep delirium.
I was so excited. Like the second you were talking about it, I was like, oh, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna use that 20 and that 1.
And wasn't it you who had created Reap and Sow? Like you were in the situation where there was both a 1 and a 20, and you're like, I have a better idea of what if we include both of the right? That was Professor Werner.
Well, the card existed before the natural reap, and so I just expanded it to where it would happen in nature.
And we have like whenever there's a 1 and a
And I think like the first time that it
like
rolled that way, where we had a 1 and a 20, was after the Reap and Sow existed, and it was like, well, that's just a naturally rolled Reap and Sow. Like you have to take it.
Amazing.
It's
Yep,
one
they
of the
don't
like,
yeah,
sticking to 1s and 20s being like sacrosanct actually like feels like a really, really, really good house rule for us. I've been slowly compiling the house rules as we like play through to be like what feels good and what feels like good limits, because good limits matter as much as like being able to do cool things.
Yeah.
Mechanically a pivotal moment in that kind of like fuck yeah, and for that to be a part of so good.
Yeah, I think Reap and Sow in general too is like one of my favorite probabilities. Like it's just like if it happens, so fucking cool. 20 and 1.
And it's just like Nick was amazing. Nick as the librarian was just fucking inspired choice. Like there's some background shit about it, but like I'm gonna like be honest, me and Nick, until we started playing again, not on the best terms. We
Not
basically
like
hated
no
each
terms,
other.
not on like
No,
good.
we just stopped talking to each other for years.
Yeah.
And then I asked him to come. We asked him to come back and do this, and he did it. And me and him are cool again. And just fucking.
Didn't you say you apologized?
Yeah, like a whole human being and everything.
You guys have no idea how rare that is.
Yeah.
I don't say sorry for
an
shit.
idea of how rare that is.
No, it's like, but like librarian, amazing. Like I look forward to him having a bigger arc. Like you guys is like 3 times 3 times is the number of times you're supposed to see a big bad evil
Yeah,
guy.
it's like the rules.
You are introduced, he kicks your ass. You see him again, you're not ready, he kicks your ass. You see him for the 3rd time, you beat him.
Yeah, but then there's always the resurrection. You gotta do it.
Had to do the resurrection.
Of course.
We had to pull that trigger. That was just too fun.
It's too fun.
But like,
of D&D saving relationships.
and
I
you
think
all,
for a lot of you guys, like yeah, like as characters, hate the fucking. Zach, what are you doing? Why are you not in this call?
Yeah, you could just
I
join
thought
this call, Zach.
Like you could just be in this
Just
call.
be in the call.
So you just
Hey,
be like in
get
the
in here.
call.
Hey,
It's
Zach,
like the
get
call.
in
You
here.
just get in it.
Get in
There's
here.
like if you're in the Discord, like it's
Right.
there's a
now.
call, and then you can be in that.
Hey, Zach, you're a,
This is
you're a
non-negotiable.
nerd. Get in here.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
in
get
here.
in here, nerd.
Fucking
Like,
nerd.
Such a
Get in
bad
here.
word. Oh my god.
I love some other like moments that I absolutely loved. Krom being so new and just like, fully fucking in, and I appreciate that. Like you wouldn't believe, or you might. I don't know. Just being on the airship and just like knowing what you are going to do. It's just like, well, the library is over there, but he dropped some shit. I'm gonna go kick its ass, and it just establishing it's like that's what Krom does. It's just like frontline fighter. It's like, all right, I know I have directions to go with you, and I look forward to. I have ideas, and I'm looking forward to seeing if our ideas line up in the way that I want them to.
Well, that's not.
Not Zach.
Howdy.
I want to
Hello.
give
Hello.
I want to give Karam my flaming sword.
Oh, for
Do
sure.
it. He does fight with
Wait,
his
hold
feet
on.
a lot.
Am I about to get flaming sword? Hold up. No, I don't hear that sound.
Do we have like some flaming
Yeah.
go-go boots for him?
No, I'm keeping those.
Damn.
Yeah, Laura and Vatna both have magical boots that are just the
No,
sassiest
my
of
boots
boots.
aren't actually magical. They're just
Not magical.
stabby.
There's just there's a blade in there.
They're just stabby boots.
The stabbiest.
But I love a
These
stabby
boots
boot.
were made for stabbing.
Then again,
that's
you probably can't wear shoes. Never mind.
But
Just
like,
what they'll do.
That
So-
has shoes that just change to his outfit for every
Get out of the
occasion,
trash can.
and they look great.
No, you do not go in the trash can.
And his
Like-
No.
just
so
killed
many
it.
pockets.
In same way is Osiria. When you joined, you were in it, and I love it.
I love it so
Like,
much. It makes me so happy when
I was just like,
you know,
oh,
like, just
nice. And then
do
when
it.
like you played your first game, you didn't seem that nervous. You just were like, you went with my weird bullshit because your first game was, hey, we're gonna play lasers and feelings in fucking space, and I'm gonna do a lot of like setup
Why
for.
would that not save?
I am very terrified of whatever's happening.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh god.
It's literally
What has Zach become?
Oh my god, those are characters from Bleach.
They are
Yeah,
all
why is it? Why?
Oh,
Okay, nobody
I-
panic.
Why is he
Some
the?
animal people from Bleach.
I was watching Bleach with a friend, and we got to the point where the Bount arc happens. He's like, and we're skipping it because nothing's important.
That wasn't just written.
There's two
fun.
Geminis now, by the way.
Then these characters
Oh,
keep
God.
showing
Oh,
up
What did
in
I break?
non-filler stuff,
I
and
definitely
he
broke
hates
someone.
it. So I changed my icon to annoy him.
Alright.
Two Geminis. How did that
Who? Yeah, no, I broke someone. Who did I break?
Two Geminis. That
Okay.
seems appropriate.
I need just a few people to like make. If you don't see your avatar on screen and you were in this call, please make noise.
I've been isolated from the rest of y'all.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah, Leo's way over on the side over there.
Hey, Leo.
Yeah, Leo. Corner.
Hi.
It's
I
because
think
I had
it's
him
Seth.
up there. Like
I
I
think it
put
was
Leo
Seth.
in.
Excuse
It was
me,
Seth.
put that sweet
Oh,
boy
yes,
here
Seth.
with our group.
So I
remembers
had
what
him
that,
like on
fun
there,
Yeah,
but he wasn't
yeah.
in the call yet, so I couldn't do
I
anything.
believe it was called the Draconis.
Okay, so it was
Draconis,
Seth,
that's
right?
it.
We determined.
Yep.
Yeah.
Settings.
Yeah, because
There it
I
is.
have the screen on my phone too, and it's not loaded to like where it is now, so that's what I'm seeing. Like that's the difference.
I want to say I think my favorite location that we have visited this season is the town of Dragon Lawyers.
DLC.
DLC. I like
DLC.
DLC.
I love it.
Oh.
I am
It
fixing
is
it,
pronounced
Seth. I'm sorry.
Delcy.
Oh,
So I think,
I
it's,
love
I think
that.
it's actually spelled D, like,
It's D
E-L.
apostrophe E L C
Yeah,
I E.
DLC. Yeah, DLC.
That
Sorry,
should be
I think I
fixed.
deduced that the other Gemini was Seth.
So yeah, no, it's.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get to it.
I was just like,
Seth's back.
Yep.
So like, I am very excited about I don't say this in like any negative way. I very much love the story arcs that I don't think people saw like right away, and even the players might not have seen it. I am especially proud of Seth's story arc this season.
I really liked the way that all came together.
I love
the
the fact
finale.
that Seth, and like getting to the finale, I loved the fact that Seth's character was a bartender that started getting into the science thing, and then started seeing like weird riffs and stuff happening, and being like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but then like keep making jokes about like bees and stuff. And then it's just like, yeah, I'll give you a Bible for bees, because that's a funny joke. Like that's a fun thing.
And then he went to the bear world.
And then like the bear world and like all of that, and I fucking loved it. And then like I had a note. I have a Google Doc of all the notes that like if something happens, make sure I remember this. I had a note that said, if Seth says a goddamn thing about Beezus, you must reward him. I needed it.
Yes.
And he said a prayer to Beezus, and I was like, yes, motherfucker, yes. This is what I want. And then it's just like, I loved it. I absolutely loved that moment because it felt like it was just, it felt earned. And like an earned bonus is so great.
Beezus
Like,
real confirmed.
And that's amazing, because like it's just this little joke all throughout, and then suddenly, like, of all gods, that's it. That's that's amazing.
That's
oh my goodness.
I could tell you somebody who hadn't heard of Beezus until it was too late.
It's the first time that like to interject, because the like his signature was like kind of played around, and like Ceylon's signature that we had just figured out the day before was like being able to like take note of other people's like abilities and stuff and pull them from the ether. And I thought, so like I have yet to call Beezus necessarily myself, but now that is an ability, like a song. I learned Seth's song the first time actually truly like connecting with something so true to him, and his prayers answered, and it's like the first purest song I've ever heard. That's how amazing you are, Seth. Like that whole, like for Ceylon, your character arc was like so, I don't know music, I don't know anything, and it's just like, oh no, you're amazing. Like that as an inspiration, yeah, absolutely, because he's just like so cute. But like, no, you can hum with the beat, with the hive. What amazing harmony you have, and like that is just that type of like layers on layers on layers.
Depending on, you
Y'all
might
have
lose
played
your
this
favorite
game,
character
and your
spot to Seth.
characters beautifully like that, just constantly adding new cool things. But fucking Alan, bringing all that in together and like knowing those payoffs, amazing, absolutely amazing. Y'all, just the skill, the fucking
Glad he
skill.
got to do chemistry.
He got to do it all and like change his careers and change departments. You know, we kept talking about like y'all could do that. You explored that. You explored more than just your character was, and it fucking paid. You were lifted by your bees up to like the library. Just fucking sick, amazing.
Yeah.
Great job all around.
I mean, for me, the one session that I keep thinking about above all the others there, while I loved all the ones I was in,
hold
even
on,
the ones where I was guesting. Yes.
Let me. Is it a game that you were in?
Yes.
Is that okay? Let me tell you what the game that told me exactly what the where I was gonna go with Nicole. Nicole, like the inspiration, the one where you played so well. I was like, this is fucking great. It was Call My Name. You played so well in Call My Name. Like you matched my energy. You just talk to Penny and Pound like you know them, and I love that because I really am gonna let you finish what you were about to say in a second. The thing that I absolutely love when players do it, and a lot of you do it, is when you don't bother with the exposition and you just expect that everybody else has it. If you don't explain to me why you like. It's like, oh, me and this character know each other from way back, and it's just like, and now I'm gonna go up and talk to them. If you just go up and talk to them like you know them from way back, I fucking love it. But anyway, I'm sorry. Please finish your thought.
Everyone, we have to hydrate.
Well, yeah, I did really enjoy that too, but I think the one session that really crystallized Nickel for me was actually the one in Swamp. I don't think I really understood Nickel until he had that rant.
That was a very, very good moment as well.
Although I do also have like a nice second bit there was the whole thing about Nickel blowing up the sub in season 1, because I thought that was just a great moment of like how he was back in the old days.
It's so funny. I love it when like the little things like that manage to link to each other. If you guys are unaware, this happened in chat. Like this happened just completely. It happened randomly. Like we were talking. Nicole was introducing himself as like has he been to Port Barter in a while? I was just like, when was the last time he's been to Port Barter? It's like probably when you blew up their sub. It's because like we all make fun of Talon's character Korzepa. If you want and see, Korzepa hasn't been in season 2 that much, but Talon's character is like this 8-foot tall Naga, and she spent hours and hours just organizing the ammo. Like that's like they RP'd it constantly of just grunting and lifting boxes. It was a real funny joke. But so when they rolled so bad when they're supposed to deliver goods, the bottom of the ship exploded. Like, but that doesn't make sense. Korzepa would have been better about that. Would have known would have known where to store the ammo. So clearly somebody planted a bomb, and that is your dear Officer Trafford. Is the one that blew up the sub in the first season.
Yeah.
And thanks to well-placed loose lips, he just blurted out to everyone and started the Glitterheart session.
That's so good.
And we forgave him.
Well, the thing is, Kay is too young.
At this
Kay
point,
doesn't
we've
really
had
know
more
what he was
dangers.
talking about.
Yeah, like at this point, we've had more dangerous people in the crew, so it's like, really, that's not even the worst thing.
That reminds me.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Has the pyromaniac frog ever shown back up?
He has not. There was a chance for him to, but the real issue.
His name's Tracksuit, by the way.
Yeah, Tracksuit is his name. That is where the problem actually lands. He is a member of the Jewels. So in Run the Jewels, the actual bands, there is LP, Killer Mike, and their DJ is Tracksuit. Recently, Killer Mike has started to lean some questionable political ways. That
some like dubious takes and
some dubious takes. So I didn't want to continue using a group based on them until I knew all the everything. I didn't want to. I didn't want like
even beyond that. Honestly, it's that. Oh, I will post a finale video. Absolutely, I'll post it in. If Discord lets me, I'll post it in there. Otherwise, I'll find something for that.
It is posted on. Oh yeah, the whole.
Yeah.
Thing, sorry.
As we like want to start pushing social media things and like growing maybe and all of that stuff, which is like intimidating as all hell. The less and less often we can get away with doing nods and things to other people's IPs, which is why like we started to backtrack, especially from D&D, which is really focused on like improving heroism and profits, apparently.
Ah, shit, I was supposed to say that today.
Oh, shit. Because it's like, they just really feel like the IP is like under-monetized, you know, when they like nickel and dime you for like every little thing.
I mean, they just became a billion-dollar company, so congratulations. And how did they do that? And yeah, so with that, trademarking is rampant, and a lot of other sites that even used like certain D&D things, and definitely Magic the Gathering things, are being shut down. To like that degree. Just wanted to add that's like the latest in my research, and I'll show you the research later. Like I will have a presentation during the break for y'all, and we're gonna. No, but yeah,
I think
anyways.
Netrunner was one of those games.
So, like, just so you know, like, next season, if a character is a nod, it's going to be much more subtle than it was this season.
Thank
like,
you, Leo.
Like, LP and KM are LP and Killer Mike. They just are them. And, but I
People
don't...
who run the shops.
Yeah, the people who run the jewels.
No, they're based on who?
LP and Killer Mike from Run the Jewels.
Oh, yeah, I never heard of them.
Were they
Damn it, Zach!
Were they off world when all this happened?
Oh, they most certainly were. Yeah.
They only stick around for a little bit to sell their stolen shit.
Obviously, the NPCs that were based off things is Nicholas, the mushroom dog, is just supposed to be Rasputin. Even the being exiled because of political power in the very first game. I don't know if anybody held on to that, but that's why he lives on Beacon Point.
I did, but I don't think that it counts.
I just assumed it was
Domain now, so Captain, it counts in your heart.
Yes, public domain. Rasputin.
I guess we have to say Wishbone does not live in Pastor anymore.
I mean, not now.
Not now.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
We never drew it, but I need you guys all to know that just that Wishbone dog 100% was that guy. It wasn't even like a character based on him. That just was him. But like, I'm trying not to just straight up one for one it. But I really want to a lot of times, just so everybody knows that.
I would like to say one thing, and I want everyone to know this for season 3. You know how everyone's been worried about Rico and explosions?
Is it because you've got like 5 of the fucking kabooms?
I have 10.
5. She has
I have 10.
She
I
has
have 10 bombards as well.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I am not a problem anymore. Okay? I don't have my snipes. I burned those to try and help you fucks during some of your games during my time being dead. I am not a problem.
Aren't we glad that Laura's first thought of plan of action is not just to destroy everything?
I look forward to Laura's like with a main character energy card on top of like using the diamond gotcha, you're basically gonna get yourself a main character arc. So
Laura's eventual descent into madness.
Like, I look forward to what I can do with. I'm looking forward to what I'm doing with a lot of you guys' characters.
I don't know
what we're doing. It's not. I don't want to tell you guys how to play your characters.
And I don't know if you were here and heard me when I said this, but like, I am on this fucking roller coaster for wherever the fuck we go. So let's fucking go.
I'm very like Let me tell you, it was October that I finally started like realizing you guys are down for my shit. And like
I'm very down.
Let me be very clear. Up until October, every game it wasn't just October. It was actually like credit to Zachna, like credit to Ray. The Castlevania game that we played was the first time I went, I'm gonna do some dumb shit to them. And I don't know if it's gonna land, but we're gonna see. And then the fact that it not only landed, but it was like Ray went crazy. He messaged me about how much he loved playing it. So I was just like, fuck yeah. Because like the dude, he's there and he plays and I appreciate him and I appreciate everybody that plays. But like, I don't really feel connected with Zachna. And I don't know what to do with him most of the time. And it's like, that is my fault, not his fault. Like, we just haven't meshed perfectly. But I found one game. I did one game that hit the fucking nail on the head, and I'm like, yes, excellent. Since that moment, since that game, I felt like he's been playing better, that I have been playing better with him, and I'm like, like this is it. I needed this to do it.
To like breathe life into the characters together. That whole
I think there was definitely an energy shift in the Royce versus Lurid moment where everything shifted and everyone just went overdrive from that point on.
Honestly, the starting with the fucking Honey Heist game, like the OG one, because that that was one of like the goofier type things. But
that's stuck with us.
So much recurring lore from that, and from the stupid oh my god, what is it called? The Jane Austen one.
Oh yeah,
the one that created Billiam.
Wriggle, yeah.
Yeah, I meant the actual Good Society is the game.
Good Society, yeah. I called it Company, but yeah, Good Society. Yeah,
like sometimes like the lighter weight stuff like that, like the stuff that is just what could have ended up being just throwaway, like a fun thing, and you don't really talk about it ever again, but it's fun in the moment, have created so many great things, like threads that have been carried through the season. There's something about the lack of pressure on you as a player and like as a GM running a game that's like frivolous by like nature, by design, and then turning that into stuff that keeps coming back. Like Billiam is a ridiculous character, and Lack is a all of the bears in general, but like Lack is a ridiculous character, and then putting them together, they're ridiculous characters together. But it has created an ongoing source of entertainment every time we see them.
The fact that Lack is a fucking threat, like it's not, it's not even like he's not a
Those bears are fucking
threat.
idiots.
He's an active threat.
It wasn't even supposed to be like a major game either. Like for the longest time, you didn't even like count it as like an episode number, and it's like, well, it happened. You're like, well, did it and did it?
Did it?
Yeah. But
Yes,
like the
we
way
stole
you
all of that
play, you build and build and build. Oh, that was amazing to see that whole thing. I cut you off.
And then the game where it was like, yeah, Billiam just has some of the crew, and he's taking them to help him hunt them down.
Yes. The Bear Game Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
In the moment when I rolled a natural 20, and I had to fucking preach.
I'm gonna be busy over here. I need you.
I was remembering that a little bit earlier. That mention of Beezus.
The whole thing, like the fact that Beezus comes from that game is so funny to me.
Yeah.
I still have the Rosa Bee.
Yeah, the Rosa Bee. It's a thing. I gave so many dumb items. Like
I haven't.
Fucking Clem in the finale. The finale.
Clutch as fuck.
Beat
Really.
the
He
shit
treasures
out
that
of the
hammer.
library
Yeah.
with a honey mallet.
Yeah, like he treasures the honey mallet. Now he's like, I'm a smash. So,
MVP.
Like
No,
it's not even a joke.
It's not even a joke.
We have
Like
notes. Like,
yeah,
we
we
even
literally
have
do.
notes.
It was
It's just like
it was a part of the discussion last night of like,
It's
no,
just
we
like-
we're all like Clem VP, but like legitimately, Fenix, you were doing so amazing, and especially
like it's so amazing. Like no joke. It's fucking so
It's
choice.
been-
It's like
a joy
Like,
to
I-
see. Like going from like have never played before, like okay, like dip a toe in, to like rabidly frothing acid, ripping your way into this like giant worm, and being like, I could get out, or I could like take this whole thing down, and just going all in. I loved that so much. I saw Clem in a way that I hadn't seen him before. And I was like, okay, cool, because like I don't plan on redoing all the art ever forever and things. Like I have modifications that I want to make going forward in season 3, but I know that Clem gets a redraw because I see him now in a way that I just didn't before.
Honestly,
one of
though,
my
me too,
favorite
and I'm
arcs.
so happy about that. Like he's all for it too. Like what the crew does, like he's like wants to support and do everything. So I'm so glad I know him now too. It makes me so happy. And I'm just so like thankful and like I'm so happy to like be here and play with everybody. It's so fun.
and we are
It's,
so
like,
glad to
really-
have you.
Yeah, like
This
it's
is
just so
adorable.
meaningful.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
And, like,
MVP.
like unexpected moments. Like one of the most unexpected moments this season for me was honestly like Vala signing up for the fighting game. I'm like, I did not see Pollux and Castor in this game at all. And then
Yeah.
not only like signing up for it, but like actively winning against like the world's predominant assassin that like
fucking breaking William's wing.
Yeah, just get fucked, William. It's just like okay.
Yeah. A little bit of calm on the side too.
And that moment, like the me thinking about that moment of like Poxcaster breaking that wing, I was just like, if I put them in a Star Trek situation, like a Voyager situation with like Lost in Space, we get to have the Castor and Pollux moment of like them two together are like that character that pulls their shirt off and is super jacked underneath.
Whoa.
And I want that
Ripped.
moment.
That would be so funny.
It's just like somebody like you guys are on some like alien planet and it's like it's definitely like Viking and it's all the snow and you guys are like coming in and like you go into the bar and you guys all order your drinks and you put your hoods down and like it's all like you know the locals are watching you like look at these clowns and like the biggest burliest most tattooed one gets up and like you're in my seat and he like pushes Pollux and Castor and like Pollux and Castor is like you don't want none of this and he just like pushes them again so they drop their jacket and then just like rip to shit like that is like it just like
I have a visualization for you for this.
and it's just like it's suddenly Muay Thai like what is it like you know like what's that the dude that does all the kneeing where you like kneed an elephant in the face in a movie, what's the name of that movie? Anyway,
you're on
like
your own with this one.
What's that?
I
don't know.
I can give you a visualization for what you just put in my head with that.
Please.
Oh sure, hit me.
Have any of you seen the anime based on the 7 Deadly Sins?
Yes, I have.
I saw
Do you know Pride?
Ongbak is what I'm thinking of, guys.
I mean, which one is that by name? Is it just Pride? Or...
I do not know his name. I just know that he's Pride.
Okay.
Was that the kid? I don't remember.
It was like you look him up. He's this.
Yeah, Escanor.
Escanor.
I
was looking at this like he looks like he's wimpy and skinny, and then he's fucking
not his
jacked.
sin. Like Escanor is like okay, now I can see that. That fucking yeah.
That was the visualization.
I saw that too, though, just so you know. Like, before you said it, I saw that buff because like they got that mask. So I see.
Well, and like,
hey, there we go. Twilight put it
about
in.
The you're a tapper, you're a combat radio person, and like you have this like massive backpack and the antenna and everything, and like that's a super 1920s tech that's so heavy. And I was like, oh well, a two-person could actually like you hold the antenna and the other you is holding like the receiver, right, the transmitter and the responder, and like how amazing is that? Of course you're ripped. You're combat tapper shit. You're like you're next level. You're like, oh, I need a couch moved, and you're like, I'm on it, and it's just like, oh, what a big strong man you are. Like it's just like
the rest of that scene is most certainly Rennick, Gemini, and Osiria just like grabbing their drinks and like they just snatch up the bowl of peanuts and just going and taking a seat without even looking back at Pollux and Castor's like fight. Like it's just like that fight is happening off screen while you just see Gemini peeling peanuts or like shelling the peanuts.
Food was the best part of the second best part of the game.
And,
the fights
meanwhile
were definitely great.
And meanwhile Pollux and Castor are just using their opponent's skulls to do Morse code.
Do I have to spell this out?
You Morse it, but the subtitles are Morse code. Yes. Adrian.
Before it falls out of my brain, one of my favorite running things just going on was Akana just being there.
It's one of mine as well.
I fucking love her. She's just like, where is she? She was pretending to be a wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel, that's right.
She made off with 2 motorcycles.
It's like, how good of a thief do you need to be, or like how good of like a sneak thief do you need to be able to get away with 2 motorcycles?
I was just like,
so much.
It was
Not
a
one, but
success.
two.
Like it was like, I believe it was like a 19. It's like okay,
It was
Akana
nuts.
steals a motorcycle and drives away, and then somebody like raised it up to a 20. It's just like,
Now it's
how does it get better? What gets better? 2 motorcycles.
One
If
for
you
each
make
foot.
one motorcycle
Hell yeah.
better,
Yup,
add another.
yup.
I would like to point out, I raised it up to the 1.
What's that? It's just like, I was so confused.
Vent VP.
Like, it was to the point where, like, Alan started describing something sliding down the fucking lava in the Glitter Hearts game, and I was like, is it Akana?
Yes.
Probably.
Probably.
Master of disguise. I love it.
So it's gonna be my first guess.
Patagon, the kid, like the soft-spoken penguin that we almost never see like in action, immediately thrust into a game, given a chainsaw, and loses his leg.
Yeah.
This is why I don't go out on these missions.
That's why just chill on the ship. Just like gets a weird
Both
like
sessions, like, of like cutting leg off, like fuck, like that fucking sucks, and then just like dying and now being like haunted by other people's memories. Essentially.
Well, he's not haunted because he did well.
Yeah.
Memories are there.
Never gonna leave like his house again after all of this.
what fucking nervous tick arc are we giving Patagon?
Or it's like the complete opposite, where he got like a taste of blood and now he can't think of anything else but.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, they
He
go to the
has
gym,
had-
I assume.
He's had thousands of people in his brain. At least 200 of them are bloodthirsty.
I was gonna say, I think at this point, I know Kung Fu would be the answer.
Yo, for sure.
Yeah.
You absolutely know Kung Fu. That's just. I like to think that.
Oh no.
Oh no, he made
It's gonna be really dumb. He made it so fast.
It's so dumb.
real good.
It's
The
so
Lord's
dumb.
It
No,
goes.
it's that scene that that Ox drew of Akana sitting like next to Patagon's bed, and like you see his heart monitor, and Midnight's in the door, and then like just shaking his head because he knows he couldn't save them both, and in walks Pim with like some sardines laid out on a plate, and she sets it down and like any sign, and she's kind of shakes her head. And then Pim takes the other side and like grabs onto his flipper, and his eyes snap open. It's like, Patagon, are you okay? And he looks over. I know Kung Fu.
That's a good nod. I liked what you did there. Very good nod. In our interroute, our worldwide, yes, interesting. The communications department surely has some success.
It's so dumb.
You're amazing.
I hear dead people.
Yeah.
I need so many movie posters that just have Patagon on them. Somehow referencing his fucking ability.
I just have to do this, by the way. Adding a command.
I like that.
That's just
Yes.
Yep.
and like fucking.
You know what it does.
It's so dumb.
So much fun.
That's very funny.
So much fun.
But yeah, no, I it was the same way. I didn't have really any direction per se. Like I was just gonna go with the flow, like Esme said earlier. It was like I'm just here for it. So
Yeah, me too.
And I appreciate the ones that really have like an end goal that they want to reach, or like story beats that you want to see, because that does help me make games. But that said, the ones of you that have just like in it, let me make October happen. It makes October easier for me. Because even though like Laura, you killed those October games that you played, like the Pony Fighter and stuff like that, and but you do have a story structure that you want to tell with that. Now, it's not like written in stone, but it exists.
Like a vision, basically. I like it is shutting my brain down every time you type Shy.
Who is that, by
That's
the way?
Shy.
Oh, is it Shy?
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
You know you're fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was.
I thought it was
that
you,
bad.
and I was like, okay,
I was-
okay, she's
I was
like
like,
doing
yeah,
something.
okay.
No.
I was like, okay.
It's like my brain just immediately like, nope. Like, oh, all right.
Sorry.
No, you're absolutely fine. The variety of player types, I think, in that way really helps because, like, if you have a vision for your character, fuck yeah. But also, I think that willingness to put yourself in a situation and just go with it and see what happens ends up helping you find your character in ways that can be really fun and neat and completely unexpected.
Yep, I say from experience. Yes.
Yeah, I quite like. I like put
That
myself in the
reminds me-
situation.
That reminds me. So during the Secret Agent Man game, when we met Stefan,
We all love.
everyone. No, here's the thing. I had the idea in my head, like, okay, I'm organizing these books. Maybe I can find a book in here that's useful. But I was too busy laughing my ass off to actually say anything.
That's my secret weapon. If I don't got like magical items over there, make them laugh so they don't go over there.
It's like, don't ask me for anything.
It's just like, no, like, Isaac's here for the fun of it, and I will say this: I didn't get to do a lot of shit because dead, but I had so much fun in the games that I was able to play, even if it was just like I don't have a plan for my character during the season. I'm just here. It was great, and I loved it.
I love. Like I get so happy when you guys just say that you are enjoying the games because like I leave immediately because I'm very tired or I have to go to the
usually
bathroom.
feel really bad that
But
like,
then you like
we fold immediately after stream. Like we don't have an ounce left. We leave it like I don't know all on the court
On
all
the
in
table,
field,
all out
in
on the
field.
table.
No, leave it all in the field. Like we do that, and then as soon as like stream goes down, it's just face down. That's it. It's over. We're like barely functional. It's like how do we eat food? Like we can't. We just lay there like dead.
Face down, booty up.
Just
But, like so I don't
dead.
talk to you guys like directly after the games, and I
Yes,
think
we
I
have
should
no
definitely.
idea how
I'm
you're,
definitely
like-
gonna like yeah. I don't know how things are like. Are things landing?
You never actually see any reactions. I have no idea. I was like,
I
only
started
hopefully
out with a
they do.
plan, but I feel like I've completed that plan. Now I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants now.
Yeah, not like let's think about like what's up with Krieg right now. Parliament doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, in some way.
Not the same.
It doesn't exist in so many
Yeah.
words, but I know, I know there's a way that Krieg gets all of his money back, and it's obvious, it's there, like. But
Cryptocurrency.
we will
lost his
find
money?
it.
Damn.
There's money in that mech.
Well, no, he didn't lose his money. Any of you guys' money that existed inside the silver thimble is one thing. Anything that happened outside it, it doesn't
okay.
exist anymore.
He's gonna monetize that mech he stole. I can see it happening.
Yeah. So, for example, Krieg has a flamingo mech.
Gonna tear that
parked at
flamingo
the
mech
silver
down
thimble.
and make a lizard mech now.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Need help making the mech?
Pink lizard mech.
Yeah, he's going to be using that lizard mech to remake the East India Trade Company.
Oh
He's
God.
gonna be using that lizard mech to help us explore.
As long as that exploration makes me
Oh
money.
yeah, that'd be pretty good.
I just picture like Krieg
more
finally like emerging from like the bubble to see what else is out there, and there's all these like exotic creatures, like animals, flora, fauna, and his eyes are just like ka-ching at like the possibilities being endless.
It literally makes that sound. Like
I do have to wonder
Canonically,
though.
it makes that sound.
He has this giant pink flamingo mech. Presumably, Bobbert and his family were in the Silver Thimble lands and also survived and still have their memory.
The map, the Silver Thimble is not where the flamingos live. They moved on to the island that is north of the Silver Thimble.
So I think ultimately that comes down to like, I mean, what makes a better story? That's what it.
find out in season 3.
Find out in season 3.
You have to remember
Yeah.
that Bobbert's mansion was unfortunately barricaded up the wazoo.
I mean, it was barricaded against, like, the librarian, for sure, but, like, how does that protect him for, like,
No one
the
knows.
it?
How did that
Who knows?
prevent from a world merging
Also,
that
BRB.
turned a flat world into a dodecahedron?
I hinted at this happening. I've been telling you guys it was gonna happen from the beginning of the season, but I hinted at a way that you guys could like protect yourselves in the coming home game. I just don't think any of you caught onto it immediately.
I'm sorry. Coming home game was which one?
Coming home game was the Krieg goes back to he goes
Not
back
Krieg,
to
Royce, right?
not Krieg or Voice. Voice goes
wasn't-
back to
wasn't that the book Royce
seasonings.
session?
What's that?
Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't that
I
the
was
book
just like,
Royce
which of the 61 games was that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Soki, that's the one that Soki goes ham.
Yeah.
Mm.
Give me too much
We
coffee.
found out the coffee's
We're on crack.
Coffee.
I think I get it.
Gonna mute ourselves real quick.
Okay.
Oh, they're talking secret shit in the background.
No, Chinese just got here. I don't know.
They're not planning against us. Their food just arrived.
Yeah.
What
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've been eating on the side.
That's just a code word for something. Don't touch
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're not
sure,
playing against
Chinese
us. They're
food.
just playing against the food.
Chinese.
Right, or Chinese food, air
No,
quotes.
no, no.
Yeah, the food. The
Exactly.
food.
Quote, unquote.
Delivery. Oh, that's the door. That's the real key. If you pay
Uh-huh.
attention every time on stream, and that they're just, oh, well, I just gotta, oh, our food's here. Uh-huh. I know what it's like to live near you. Like, it's not happening.
We're connecting the dots, guys. We're connecting the dots.
Oh, yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say.
got
Shh,
the
quiet
board
before she's
ready now. Like, this.
Zach, wasn't all your money in the hotel?
Yes.
Now the hotel is gone.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
was it not?
We have
like,
merch
in
of
the
that,
thing?
The
Well,
'Cause
it's
it was
not
aware of
there
it
that
the
we
secret
can find
recipe
at
is
the
there.
moment.
It's still around. You
It's
said so.
there. We have
Yeah.
to go find it again. So
Wait,
I
I thought it
we
was
find it
with
again.
us.
You're poor.
What do you
Was it
mean?
in the
I am.
silver thimble? Because if it was,
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
fine.
thought. Like, yeah,
And
wasn't
the
it like
islands
all?
near?
Yeah, like
No,
wasn't
it was
all like
up by
stuff was, like,
the moth people. So
oh,
Wait, what
Fred?
happened?
the
different
Silken
location.
Towers
Okay.
is where it was set up.
That's
Yeah, I mean, it supposedly still exists because there's merch for it.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah, it
if it's a
exists somewhere,
hotel,
but we don't know
you
where
know,
it is at the moment.
Wait, what do
it'll
you
be a
mean?
I
different
mean, that'd be fun to find out
kind.
too. Then.
Because
That's an
Gemini's
interesting
not going to
thought.
be there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I have like roughly 50 episodes to catch up on.
That just kind of
Okay.
made me realize something too. I'm wondering, kind of wondering about. I mean, I don't play Snick Snack anymore, but he probably was at the secret recipe.
Sounds
Uh,
good.
I wish
Oh, I
we
kind of
could,
love
yeah.
that.
Well,
My
if you
personal
remember,
something,
Snick
yes.
Snack was put in custody when he beat up that guy at the
Yeah,
DLC.
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
but he
I mean, but
he
if-
was let loose.
But
It's
even if he
true,
had like
so-
had been in custody, he would have been there instead, which was also like preserved.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I've been
what
thinking about it.
happened?
I've been thinking about it, and the world is gonna look wild decay because so much is undescribed that it's just going to look like nothing until we know what it is. Like
Oh.
there's no text to see because we don't know what it is yet.
Because it has not been written.
Yeah.
You're
Was
addressing
that what were you going to
concerns
say?
Back. The most
Wow,
recent
I missed some big stuff.
thing is, the world has gone crazy, and then everything in the silver thimble was kind of bubbled up and safe, but everything outside it has changed because planets merged. So we don't know what's happened out there. So the hotel is still out there somewhere. We just don't know where it is.
Oh, Zach,
And then-
you didn't get to see it yet, probably.
Yeah,
All your
that's
money
why
is
he's
in the hotel.
tired.
You're poor now.
No,
Wait,
the
what?
I made like a logo design for the secret recipe hotel.
You haven't seen your merch.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet. It's in the merch. Yeah,
I was
made,
saying
like,
we
a
know it's
design.
there, but we don't know where it is.
What
And we
channel's
know
it
the
in?
hotel is there because merch is made.
Yep.
So please get your merch.
It exists.
We know
You
it's there
understand?
somewhere.
What channel should I look in for it?
Oh, I can link it there. I linked it in stream because I think that's kind of like the unofficial.
Oh, because
chat
I'm
window.
on my phone right now,
Oh yeah,
so
sure. I'll just put it
I
in
can't
general.
watch the stream and be in the chat at the same time.
Okay, I put it in HTML general.
You are gonna hate me.
I doubt that.
Why are we gonna hate you?
I'm gonna cause so many problems next season. I'm
Rico
sorry.
has plans.
I look forward to it.
These may or may not be
Absolutely.
worse than me having the option for tin explosions and tin bombs.
Having
here's
like a
the thing.
direction. Fuck yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Those are now a part of the plan. I'm not gonna tell you when, but you're gonna know.
Rico, no.
Rico, no. would whatever happened to the secret recipe, like, and like all that stuff, like, has it altered memories, or is it just that
we don't know? That's the thing.
Yeah, we at this point don't know, but like, secret recipe will be good. It's fine.
We know it's out there somewhere. We just have to go find it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like who owns it? And because if you guys are not,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't exist to everybody else until you step outside, and then you start
Oh.
existing. But they're not gonna remember you because you never met these people. You met the people that got merged.
Oh, but
And
this is
then
perfect. No one knows that we're horrible war criminals.
Yeah, honestly,
We can all do it.
Whoa.
That's the problem then.
Kind of like a
Overstepping a bit.
reboot.
Gemini had all his money in the hotel.
They
I
will.
just
Yeah, as a
realized something there. Nichols' estranged parents were in Port Barter.
Oh boy.
That's cool.
Oh shit.
Well, now they're extra
Oh.
estranged.
Now, I wonder if being off-world, what, like,
What
would
the
made
effects are of
people
it.
maybe, yeah,
Oh.
might possibly know Gemini, potentially, because he wasn't, or
Did the
yeah.
Harbinger protect you?
I mean, they were
People that
outside
lose
of like
memories of
all of
this.
those areas, so they were fine.
And we know we know marbles. And so like just how high, so you have a jar of marbles, and if like a marble inside like pops, let's say, and everything kind of shifts around, the marbles that are super far at the top, they don't move that much. They don't shift that much. So they're like delta, the triangle fucking symbol and shit. Not that much change. Maybe is that how universe work? Ooh.
Who knows?
Season 3.
And it's
Or do
just
they
let's
not
find
even
out.
remember that they need to come back because they've forgotten that we exist?
No.
No, like I would overrule that as a player. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So the marble analogy, that's what we've been using. Basically, like, liminal and, like, the area around liminal was kind of this, like, weird space that had, like... If a world gets destroyed, if an orb of a marble gets destroyed, all the other ones just kind of fill in its place. So, liminal was sort of existing in a space that it, like, kind of shouldn't have. And then it has all these tethers for all of these other worlds, like, tugging and pulling it, but also keeping it where it needs to be. But too many of them, because we're, like, going and making all these new connections and everything, creates that tension attaching to all the worlds around us. So, for us, it's all of the marbles that, like, our marble would have been touching, compressing down on top of each other. So,
Yeah,
if you
so
were
it's like-
beyond those marbles...
Yeah.
I mean, things are gonna look buck wild while you're out there, but... You're not necessarily affected.
You're going to be playing thinking you live, that the world you left, it's reality shifted. It's not a plane anymore. How fucking space shit is that? That's bonkers. It's fucking bonkers.
I mean, we saw it happen, so...
That was it. Yep.
So you see that, you saw it so well in the game that like, because you could see like the roots and everything. So yeah, did you see like our shape change even? Or was it so far away you're like pinprick kind of thing?
So, the way I see it is, at first, it was a pinprick, but it was millions of pinpricks or thousands of pinpricks. And so, like, in the distance, like, if it was a pinprick, now it's about the size of, like, a quarter.
Wow.
Oh.
Wasn't there something at some point where like everything turned into an eye and stared at liminal?
That was the Harbinger, I thought.
When the illusion of the sky first broke.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Okay.
was
I'm
the
thinking
st-
about an
it was-
entirely different thing.
I think whenever we make it back to liminal, we gotta investigate the diggy hole and see what the situation with that is now.
What's on there?
We need to
yeah,
hang
good
out and see what
idea.
shape our planet is.
Do it again.
Dodecahedron.
Congratulations, the shape
my
is
vote,
lava.
my vote is D20.
Yeah, it turns out that you dig down now is just fucking a normal Earth crust. It's you end up in the magma.
Yeah. Be careful reaching that
Seasonings.
core.
Where was the diggy hole? It was in salt and sand because sand is the softest.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in salt and sand.
So I must find a desert. Interesting. Yes.
Is it a desert or now is it a dessert?
Dessert. I don't know.
And all those like sand crystals and everything, and like Ceylon's got seasonings magic back in her because like she was OG a wizard. What does that like actually mean, kind of thing? Because like I have not been playing. Ceylon is like the same person since, kind of thing, and it just that's cool. That characters who have like seasonings is gonna fuck y'all up. That I think that's my takeaway on that. Y'all Seasonings was such a great game and world, and for Alan to be in this playground,
But it's
delicious. We must find that hole. That's the reasoning.
Now I'm wondering what the kukla will think of all this shit.
Ooh.
I'm wondering what the kukla is.
They might not be birds anymore. We don't even know.
Fucking mouth.
Maybe the dinosaurs.
They were birds.
They might not be birds anymore, though.
Exactly. That's the thing. They might not be birds anymore.
Heck, even William and his family might not be birds anymore.
Wait, why would the kukla change? I mean, they are from a different world,
But how
right?
connected were they?
Oh, right.
But
Wait,
like
how many
established it.
worlds got actually changed?
Thousands.
Many.
That's why T was so like down to destroy you guys. You had to stop. You were literally, and it's just like, is this death? Did those people die? They stopped existing.
But if
And
they
there was
never
a significant there's a significant number less of those people than there were before because they did combine into people. So did when T was
Congratulations,
like,
you
are
finally
they dead?
beat my kills.
Oh, we did an amalgam comics. Oops.
I really don't like the implications of that. That just makes me so uncomfortable. But that's the consequence. What happened?
Like they were souls and stories. That's just how connected we were through like all the stories y'all have been telling and the worlds y'all are from. Like, how does that change Midnight, where you're from? Were you one of the worlds that kind of came in here? Does that mean now that in your explorations and everything, you are OP super strong? You shoved the chisel in the librarian's back. Is the person you learned from out there now?
That's a concerning thought, especially since some of what I've already described about Midnight's world, some of those creatures would be, I feel, would be dangerous in Alan's hands.
But also like collaborative storytelling, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I talked over you, Craig.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna get one doozy of a family newsletter.
Does your family still exist?
Yeah, something about
Well,
Clementine's
Speedwagon does
family.
somewhere.
Like, I mean, I would think maybe, hopefully, at least, like his sister probably would have been visiting him, so maybe she's around. But I don't know. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, yeah, no, him and Jellybean are close.
What's
We'll
the
have to
other
find
crew of
out.
badgers you
I
find?
wouldn't kill you like
Yeah.
if you have a family relationship that you want to keep going, I would not kill you.
Yeah, I figured they're not, but like I'm just wondering like what happened out there, like what's going on, and like who is actually still left and intact. So, and good to know about that too. But
If you look on the screen, you'll see my other design for Bobbert's flamingo mech.
Oh wait, shit.
Oh,
King reading
wow.
might
Oh
not.
no, why is it hot?
Because
Oh.
Rob's
Load up
weird.
that lag.
Oh,
I like
that's
that. That's actually kind of
oh.
cool. Look at it though,
realized-
but like, it has a,
Got a
nice.
nipple.
We're gonna get taken down for this. Just heads up. That is
Yeah.
It's a rivet. Use a tasteful rivet.
like this is
Perfectly
oh,
fine.
Twitch doesn't
No, I
understand.
didn't
Oh
give
no,
him
sir, it's
the
a Mac.
option. I
It's
didn't give him the
pretty.
option of the hot one. I like I didn't show it to him because I knew he would
No.
take
Yeah,
it.
he would have taken the hot one. And I like the
Yeah.
like squeaky wheel vibe
Well,
of the one that he
but,
did.
like,
Yeah,
what-
keep it the other one on the screen.
I was gonna say like, what if it's the same mech? What if it has 2 different modes? That's the one it takes.
The quick
Rob
trigger
is the
hot
person.
mode.
Yeah, you definitely flirt.
It's like the fucking oh no, it's become Mega Maid.
Just
I
press
just
the other
realized-
button and all of a sudden it's this. It's like, oh, this. Alright.
Realized something horrible.
What's that?
What?
King Reedy might not exist anymore.
Oh, we've
Yeah, well,
already
yeah,
we
spoken
talked
of this.
about
Yeah,
that,
you
actually.
started
Yeah,
in
I think we
a
started there.
different way.
Yep.
Oh, good night,
Okay.
Akana.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
We don't know what King Reedy is like, but Alan does.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm very
Are-
good about all
What
that.
about DLC? Is that
It's fine.
Yeah,
was
Dragon
one of
Ball
the, like,
City is fine.
Few places.
okay?
And it's Delcy.
Oh,
It is
DLC.
pronounced Delcy now. Yes.
Okay, I don't know what I would do if Craig from Marcus Square was altered.
But again,
Yeah.
I made art for the logo, so it's not going anywhere.
It's merch, baby. Would you like to check some out? Oh.
Oh,
I said next paycheck.
I was about to say something and then I forgot.
You're saying that you gave us a way out in Coming Home game, but you're not sure if
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
picked up on it.
Yeah, the king
Nice.
was lining his bomb shelter with silver.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the king of Seasons is fine. I was gonna bring that up because does the silver shelter work? Who knows?
Yeah, he's not on this planet though. I can tell you who's gonna run into that. That's gonna be one of those Star Trek adventures from fucking Gemini or Syria, Pollux Caster.
Nice. That's
All right,
Bunker
yeah.
floating
what
in
about me?
space.
You guys just gonna run into like this safe that has a beetle king, a demon, and a robot in it. Like talking about how many beans they have.
All the beans.
All the beans minus one.
So many good beans, though.
I feel so like kind of guilty that like Gemini doesn't read his reports out of necessity because I have to miss so many games because fucking work.
Yeah.
Don't
I
work on
treat it-
Sundays, kids. It
But
sucks.
also, like, Gemini, the type,
Maybe
your
we can
type of motivations are not as, like, you're just finding them now. And now you get to be in your, and leading your own literal away crew and, like, being able to handle that specific, like, gaming capacity, like, because of your real life. And, like,
Yeah.
that is a growth in terms of like this production that is coming next that we get to try out because your group played so well together and was so inspirational. Like, we're getting our shit together even harder because of just how like you are like such a need of like, we want you to play more. You're so cool. Gemini is so neat. And also like these other players as well that are just gonna like, let's explore. And then that way you don't have to keep up on all 50 like episodes that are coming at you 8 a month kind of thing. You can like focus on yours and it's going to be impactful in some dumb way. It's because the bears like showed up in the beginning and all of the payoffs eventually paid off. And so like, yeah, that's going to be amazing. And you're amazing. Thank you so much for like keeping up as much as you do and bringing so much life to Gemini, the character. And just, I look so forward to seeing who they are. And that is as y'all explore space and each other. But like, it's going to be so cool. Fuck yeah.
Also, I realize the whole like, the whole problem like, we were like connecting with other worlds too much. We're out in space doing that now.
Yep.
In the farther reaches.
Yep.
Do you know that?
Get fucked. I love it. You're. Oh.
Gemini certainly doesn't, and he completely trusts the harbingers. Like, 100% trusts
Cute
the
little
harbingers.
friends. You like make cute dishes for. And so you're like, hey, try this, and it's like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's like they've only, as far as he's seen, they have only helped and asked for a favor in return. And yeah. Oh, hey, want to keep going on adventures? Well, something big happened back there. We're out here now. Might as well keep, doing research out here. Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
I love that.
I just look forward to like those fun little stories. I really do.
Yeah. Also, like, we found the fucking parent of the Jotun. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was out there.
Yeah,
I
I
was
have
right
no idea
there.
what you're talking about.
But like, yeah, I'm looking forward to season 3 so much. Like, I'm looking forward to taking a couple weeks of not tabletopping every weekend, but but then but that said, I can't wait to get into some of these world building games. Like, and like again, same as last year. If you guys have world building or games that you think would work well for world building, share them with me, please.
Yeah.
It's like, I know about a ton of them, but I don't know about all of them.
He does know about a ton of them, though. Jesus
I
fucking
know
Christ.
things, but I don't know everything.
Right? It's just like I am confident enough in that statement.
I have so many plans for season 3. Like, I have so many things, and I want to implement for like the stream side of it. Absolutely, Seth. Like, would there be a week/time to speak about future and character development? Absolutely, yeah. We will be doing
for sure. I will want to be like. I'm going to prioritize the call with the people who have purchased the main character energy pack.
because there's gonna be one-on-ones for that. But yeah, we are gonna
just
make sure that you guys are taken care of for that. Also, I think we let everybody like respec and stuff between seasons last time. I don't see any reason why not to do that this time. I would say that certain things maybe stick. Like if you have
a
legendary,
legendary
specialty
stick.
abilities that you got in other factions, you keep those.
Yeah,
But
tattoos, your October abilities.
Yep.
And like
When it comes to the
Mentors.
base, like quest stuff.
What's that?
Absolutely.
Mentors.
Yeah, mentors, they definitely stick. Yeah, for sure. Like all those, like if you guys want to respec, go for it. I am gonna try to really, as soon as I possibly can, get you guys rough drafts of. I've made
like new
quite a
classes.
few more abilities, but like, I think I'm gonna put out like a generic, like this. Any of you can take it. Like it's basically the Wander Crew ability list.
Nice.
That is just because you're part of the crew. Any of you can take one of the abilities, and I think it's one of the directions I'm planning on going. So I'm gonna try to do that. Have that done by like the first week of January, so you guys can like look at it, and if we onboard new people, they have a chance to look at those as well. So
I'm writing that down on the list and making a little stream marker on here that this is when we said a bunch of things. That's for Nika. That's for us later. Because yes, it is so exciting just how many, like, we're talking about all the cool ideas and things that y'all implemented and did, and like this season is just so much, and like so much more is coming. Just it's coming. Oh, y'all. These emotes, how'd you like that? Little quick time.
What do you guys think about the quick time type stuff?
How'd that go?
I like
I really like it. I think it's
told me
very
that there weren't
interesting.
going to be any today, and I feel betrayed and lied to.
I did not. Okay, so I did not lie to you, but I did betray you. If that makes you feel better.
I saw it over there and I panicked again. I was like,
fuck! Panic!
Look, I had the thing.
I'm glad it was there.
You can open a file now to be able to do the thing.
Yeah, if that's how you guys are gonna play it, I will be like 10 times the amount of emotes.
No, I don't use that.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I
do it
can't.
with,
I
like,
couldn't get the
legit
work.
as well.
I just tap.
I didn't have it up today.
How many more season 2 episodes have to be uploaded to YouTube?
Oh my god, so many, I think.
It's gonna take us, I think, till end of February to actually get through that. I have this like opened right now. Episode 61 would air February 25th.
Ooh.
And I can like pull that closer. That way we can like bust through those. I'm
down
releasing
for that.
videos 4 times. So like it just in the beginning of December now uploads 4 times a week. And like I can change it to maybe 6 or 7. I know y'all are. Or should I like? I should, right? I should like.
I think so.
I know
I think
YouTube
it'd
and
be
the
nice
algorithm.
To be uploading season 3 episodes like the week, give or take, that they happen.
Oh yeah, and that's
so like having
let's
all
push
of
it back
2
up
out
more.
there, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense to me. Also, like
So,
we're
like,
sitting on it and we got
7
it. Might as well have
to
them all out
8
there.
episodes. So that's just gonna get doubled up. So I think within like this month, you're gonna be able to catch up and then still have like the Twitch stuff as well. If y'all are specifically like needing more shit, just hit me up. And if there's another platform that's very similar, where else should we be like just putting these VODs for you? If it's easier in a that we house it and you get like a RSS feed kind of thing and like that kind of shit, if that's actually how you consume this and you want this right now because like the VODs get it in your mouth, like yeah, hit me up. What are your ideas? What do you need? Where let's do it. Yeah, now is literally the time for that.
I definitely want to start ripping the audio and just making that available like podcast style. It wouldn't be fancy up front. Like I know that we wouldn't like devote a whole lot of time to like making it super nice and like niche to the platform and that kind of stuff, but I do want to start getting those episodes out there. I'm personally fine starting with season 3 on those and not worrying about the past on account of there being a million of them. You can technically embed right into Discord too, and then podcast version would be good. I know quite a few of you actually do consume it that way, essentially, where you leave the VOD on like YouTube and then just listen to it that way. It's like, but you could also just listen to it, and I think that'd be pretty alright.
Yeah.
I
was just gonna say, like, putting things out on social media, actually telling people about the shit that we're doing, all of that stuff is like a big priority for me for season 3. Like, I think we could have been doing that more, like, partway through this season. Like, there was a point, give or take, right about when the librarian joined. So, like, this past summer, where I was like, no, I actually feel really good about where we are. Like, I'm always hyper critical about everything that I do, and I always want it to be, like, the best I can possibly make it. And I finally hit a point where I'm like, no, I think this... Guys, I think this might be, like, good.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
Yeah.
Like, I'm not positive, but I think this might be I think we might have something here. And immediately, of course, that like the month that I was like, no, all right, I feel confident enough to show people this and be like, we make this. And that's when all the like issues with OBS disconnecting happened. So I was like, cool. And now we're right back down into fucking Chode Town. Look like a pack of fucking idiots who don't know what they're doing.
But hey, at least, we have a good and stable and excellent social media platform like Twitter. Oh, wait.
Twitter making a big part of our strategy. Not like a big part, but like a part. Like a piece of that strategy.
Tabletop is on there.
And now it's just like, you can't promote any other platform or banned.
No,
like,
they retcon that because apparently it's super fucking illegal in
because
like a couple other places, so they had to retcon that because they were about to get their asses sued.
Oh my god! But like,
Wait,
it's
so great to know other companies and other people are chodes too.
Yeah, no. So if you like haven't been following the Twitter thing, basically, it started with Elon Musk banning like the account for Mastodon. And then it kind of just became like a big policy that you can't promote your other social media on Twitter. That was like the thing that was blowing up like yesterday and today. That like that was like bannable. And then it's like, you can't do that. So like the idea, like I didn't know he had like gone back on it because like that was the most
no, they
recent
like
that I'd seen.
completely removed the original post about not being able to do that. Like it's deleted.
Like at this point, like Twitter is fucking shot. Like I don't know if this is like, so I told Alan I thought it was a very like producers type. Like I was like, is this a producers situation? Are you like tanking this platform on purpose to a gain, to exploit a gain in some other way?
Such a good musical. Yes.
Zombie, thank you.
I think what's actually happening is that Elon Musk has finally started believing the bullshit that how many people like think he's actually a genius.
It's
He's like,
insane.
oh, I'm a genius.
He seems like
It's
he's
like,
having an
no,
actual like
you-
meltdown. It's
You
so wild.
hire
Everything makes no
brilliant
sense.
People. Yeah.
It just
When you-
and like
when-
now it's
it's
like I don't want to be
You
on this
hire
fucking
brilliant
platform.
people and you steal from brilliant people.
Like, I just feel like whatever is going to be left of Twitter is not going to be a platform that we're
We
going to
wanna
give two
be
shits
on.
about for
Like
a
when
while.
Verizon bought Tumblr.
Right?
did
Like,
they
and
ever
honestly,
I'm on Tumblr.
Yeah, no, like, hilariously,
But
a lot of
also-
people are
I'm
jumping
not.
back to Tumblr
Yeah,
in response
Tumblr.
to Twitter. Because
like,
everybody is like jumping ship looking for
huh?
other places to go. So like the banning Mastodon was a terrible fucking idea because I guarantee a lot of people hadn't heard about Mastodon until it was trending with like
And it was so
$100,000
hard
or 100,000
to
like
use.
comments and stuff. It is kind of hard. Like I got there. It wasn't too
It is
bad.
in so like in the tech world, the tech side of that, talking about app development and everything, and the people of Mastodon being like, we're not ready in terms of like all these Twitter employees left. So then a bunch of so right now the tech world is full of like people getting laid off and people like massively leaving, and so like there's a lot of this like competition and everything. And so the fact that like oh no, I'm losing my thought. My bad. No, take it back.
Yeah, my high
I'm
is
not
hitting
gonna
me too.
Yeah, it is amazing the tech ramifications of like the industry and Mastodon being like, we can't handle the load. There's too many people and we're not built for the public this way. Twitter was built for the public after years and years and years and years. And so it's amazing that somebody comes in, doesn't understand the genre, the reason like the tool was made, and tries to make it something completely different. And that's where like season 1 and season 2 for us being that like test pilot kind of like fucking around, finding out, seeing what we want, is to then have a season 3 and beyond that is actually what we were thinking of doing. And like Alan's vision is coming through. Nika, the amount of like production that is getting at, like, let's keep it coming. And then y'all, the cast being just improving and improving and improving, and like had never had played before, now you are, and like is amazing. And you can see where your characters now all have backstories, and now when you like show up in the world, you're gonna know people and equally not know them. And that is just so fascinating how it changes to you.
I think season 3 is a good place to like, if you hadn't watched any of it before, it'll be enough of like a like restart, but it's not really a restart.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not a restart for those of you who are playing. But I think as somebody who is like coming in new or like a viewer, like it's clear that there's like a history there, but they're gonna be along with you guys for like these new experiences.
Yeah.
Ooh, that raises a good question. If I'm actually, for example, if I'm able to convince some of the people I know IRL to join, would they all be pre-existing part of the crew who just happen to be Silver Thimble, or someone who comes into the Silver Thimble, or either?
I personally think it could go either way. I think it's entirely up to them whether they want a history or whether like the reputation of this sudden group of things and it's like all of these things happen, and then all of a sudden like, oh, but what are you guys, and like what is this organization that suddenly like appears out of nowhere, essentially? Like you're going to draw new recruits just by the nature of curiosity.
Yeah, people who haven't heard how much of a train wreck we are.
Yeah, at this point, like
You play original 14 and now.
None of that happened yet. I mean, that's
exactly,
enough. I
like
mean...
14 and a Realm Reborn. So like
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Adrian has 4 characters. He already has
right
them.
now.
Is he gonna get a 5th
Adrian
character in
Gaming?
season 3? Yes, probably.
Oh yeah. Shit. What's the name? The guy that he played in the Dream.
Adders, yeah.
Adders.
Yeah.
Would he still be around as
I can't.
is?
We got
I'm more
plans.
curious.
Find out in
Alan
season
and
3.
Adrian in a call.
Yeah, I know I know I've definitely been wanting to Midnight and Alice to meet up again, and this is going to make that difficult.
Willard, you're gonna say something? I think.
Oh, on the topic of multiple characters, Uncle Jim's. James.
I mean, I wish I could play. Yeah.
I'm fine with the return. In fact, I beg of it.
There's absolutely a part of me that wants to do another Good Society game that like revisits what happened to them in this instance. Like, I know we don't need to, but I do kind of want to. We'll see about it. But that's on one of my short lists of things that I would like to see.
Sounds like a great world building game.
Yeah, kind of like a little
like we did at the start of the
traditional
season.
kind of. Oh.
Seth just said in the
Added onto the pile of 600 things I want to do today.
I mean, basically.
All right, what was the marker? We're gonna go.
I'm so excited. Like I got to see a lot of the stuff that I like wanted to have happen this season. Like a lot of the stuff production wise that I wanted to see, like relationships and stuff I wanted to see. Like, and we're building the foundation for just a better system structure underneath everything, which is necessary.
For sure.
We're outgrowing everything.
I know. Production goals. I want to get to a point where I can do better music production type stuff, like intentional music production stuff. I think that what I really want, what I really want.
Tell me what you want. What you really want.
Okay, so what I really want.
Okay.
I gotta hold on. Scoot. Let me get closer to the fucking microphone. It's just us girls. What I really want is some custom theme music. And I want to be able to be like blending that into like the like sound production, like actual sound production, which I know nothing about, which is why it hasn't been like a priority. But having like some of our own music would be pretty fucking rad. I asked Adrian about it. You get like, so we've talked about this before, but like you guys know Adrian as like the voice character and like the voice actor and like the animations and stuff, but like his passion for all of the time that I've known him has been music, and he is quite good at it.
Like actual music.
Yeah, like actually.
He does the music for the little things.
Yeah, so like
videos, right?
That's like old music he's done.
Yeah, so like he has those skills, and I really love that stuff. And so I was like, you know, like I put the tendrils out, and like it's hard, you know, because he's negative about it, but like he always says no to everything. But no doesn't necessarily like mean it. Yeah, no, couldn't be done. Couldn't possibly be done.
Not at all.
Like,
Impossible.
You guys figured out what he's like.
So many times you have to
I
back
do a terrible job. I wouldn't crap. I wouldn't like it.
But
So,
job
like-
well done. Bullying him? Oh my god.
So like you know, and a big factor is like if I'm gonna commission somebody to do it, because I do want this. This is like a thing that I think it would be nice to have like an intro, like an episode intro, even if it's just like a thing that we make in Canva with like custom music that's like our music, our theme, like that alone. Like that is my like my first goal for it. That is what I would like to have. Even beyond the music, I would like to have like the way that Alan makes a poster and stuff like that. I would like that to be like a little animated thing that comes up at the start of every episode, including all the players that are in it. Something that Alan and I talked about was like going through each of your story arcs, like for all of your characters, and kind of giving like a little summary of that, so that we can put that on screen before the episode starts to say like, this is who's playing real quick, this is what they've done recently, in a list that we can like keep updating throughout the course of the season. That I would like to have, like just a little intro thing.
Fuck yeah.
And then layering on top of that our own music. Like I would like a theme song and a like battle version of that theme song, essentially, like something to ramp up the energy. Yeah, you gotta like of the two, like a theme song and battle music. Those are like your signature things. So that is something that's a production related thing that I would really like to
Find
see.
a Latin choir singing, add some dubstep to it.
Yeah, just you know, just get a little intense.
Okay.
Okay.
One thing.
I sent you a
Trumpets.
message because I just
Still technically stream. Ain't gonna see shit.
Yeah, no. I might not. I'll pick it up. My phone's about
Intro,
to die.
custom music, theme, animated posters.
I mean, I guess I'll just. I know it's like super freaking late, but like when you asked about this, like I just bought art. Is the world builder thing even still available?
I haven't closed any of those. I feel like if you guys had known that this is what was going to happen, the world builder package would have.
But I had just
But like,
hard.
I think the like world building package would have been more interesting because you knew what was coming ahead of you.
I wish I could.
But I couldn't tell you. I'm thinking I might actually I might not do the package that way. I might do like a bite-sized version, but I want to revamp it. I haven't decided on that yet.
Okay, because like it's something that I wanted to do, but I had just bought all of
No, I completely understand. Oh, I don't
But
know,
also,
just,
like, early bird vibe. That could have been an early bird version. And
That's true.
cleaning up. There's so many. Just gonna put a little mark
Yes,
on there.
yeah,
Just like
honestly, that's fair.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, the moment that you dropped those, I was just like, are you fucking shitting me?
So
I just
sorry.
spent so much money.
So a thing for me, because like I'm dumb, and Art will be able to like confirm. Like I'm like, I don't know, maybe Wander packages, but nobody's gonna want them, right?
Nobody's gonna want them because I'm not like Adrian. It's just not that good. Everybody's here and just here have fun, but it's garbage. It's just garbage.
Like, real talk. Like, I knew when I did the Wander packages, I knew exactly one person was gonna buy it, and it was Soki. Like, I knew, like 100%. I was like, no. I know this is fully up his alley. Like, I look at it. And I was like, I'm like, so that one's gonna be like the one that goes first. Which it probably was.
Yep.
And then, like, after that, they're, like,
And I
slow
wanted it
rollout.
so bad, but I had just bought a whole bunch of art.
So, like, it was just a slow rollout. I expected a slow roll. That was what it was. Like, I expected it to be throttled, and it'd be, like,
You
a slow...
expected wrong.
Yeah, no, I did. I fully did. So I will not do it that way next year. I think I even messaged Art being like, look, next year, when, like, I say I'm not going to do Wander packages, and I do them again anyway, in, like, December, remind me to not just soft launch them. Like, to actually tell you guys that it's coming.
Like, don't do it right after people who just bought a whole bunch of art.
Yeah, you
But also, tis the season. And
I mean, because it's the same season that we did them last year. And, like...
Yep.
And so, like, seeing my little, like, alert things and being like, all right, it is, like...
It has to be. Let's go.
Ding,
Like,
ding,
just
ding.
let me know
Yeah.
what happens with that then, I guess.
We'll do.
I almost bought a water package.
We need to let
last
y'all know.
Did you really almost get one last year? Because you haven't, like...
Yeah. Well,
you kind
because the reason I didn't was because I wasn't going to be able to exist for a large portion of the game. So it's just like, oh, it's a real cool, neat thing that they're doing. You know, I'd like to, you know, show support from the sidelines as I do. And then it's just like, yeah, but like, I can't do it. And then I like forgot about it. But it's just like, oh, if I could make a commitment, then maybe I'll take time off of work and stuff. Kind of be in the same position that Gemini's in, where it's just like, I would be working every single time, and the only time that I could play, I would have to specifically take time off of. I'm just like, I'd love to get into this, and then I disappeared for a year. And it's like, oh, season 1's already done. Well,
I didn't
season 2
realize
it
you
is.
meant... I didn't realize you meant
Let me
you
know
almost
a
bought a
month in
season
advance.
1. That's even milder to me. Like, season 2, I would have been like, oh, okay, because it was like...
Dingus.
The 11 played this
Thank you
card.
for playing the
Just
Dingus
saying
part.
over them
I
soft
nearly got
launching
season one
shenanigans.
too, and I'm
3.
glad I
JK
didn't,
don't.
since I didn't have any
Broken
time for
heart.
season one.
Broken heart. Broken heart. Me.
And I looked at the ones this morning, like, I was like, I kind of want to, but I got a Wonder package the last time, so do I really need one? No. And then you made the comment about the card.
I mean, you're gonna need a diamond gotcha more right now, though. So I'm really glad you got one. I'm glad you were the first one to get it, actually.
Yeah.
Come on, is the diamond gotcha still active? Let me just go buy some more packs.
Yeah, it's just gonna need just like a little more. It doesn't even have to be on stream. I'm just gonna get a little more right here.
Let me go just break down all of my cards. All of them.
I feel like even if you did, like, I don't... maybe.
Maybe. I'm not gonna.
I'm not just
maybe.
talking the game cards, all of them. Except for like the subscription ones, because those only break down for one.
Yeah, not worth it.
They like.
Not worth it.
Hey, I'm breaking down a lot too, actually. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use it for, but I've been breaking down a lot of them.
It took me a lot of cards to break down to 25,000. I'll have you know.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not gonna be able to collect them, so I just want to use what I have.
wink.
And then trying to get better with like, okay, what am I gonna use this for? Like get better at playing the card.
I like fully anything that you can get out of a gacha, you can earn in the game. Like in terms of when it comes to like story and stuff, a lot of the cards are affected by what has happened. So like when it was like, because like the rabbit apprentices and stuff, right? Like it was never our intention for them to become apprentices. It was like a little, like, it was supposed to be a little Pikmin mechanic. But y'all just latched on and started giving them personalities and, like, interactions. And it's like, well, shit, it's way cooler then for them to decide to, like, latch on to you guys and come back. And so, like, the ones that didn't have a match player, like, okay, those can be cards. Because, like, no, but you had this experience too. And now you want to go with your siblings and go back to this, like, land of adventurers basically and learn all of these skills, and like that also informed the way that like we think of the Wolvertingers in general as like a race, where like no, it becomes tradition that you go out and you learn something from someone somewhere. Like that's where you're picking up those skills. So all of that comes from just like these little moments of like just playing well. So
it does kind of imply that Pym on her little sabbatical went and hung out with the captain and learned how to be a pirate. And Ento instead went out and learned to be a doctor. But then when they got back together, Pym just bullied him into being a pirate.
I don't even, like, not even bully necessarily. I think, like,
counter calling.
Nobody, like, even his parents are just, like, not that impressed. And it's like, wow, you did all of that to just become a doctor, and, like, that's still not enough for them. So, like, fine, fuck it, I'll just go be a pirate then.
I'll be a doctor pirate. Fuck. God
fun.
damn it.
I have realized that I have to wake up in 4 hours and 20 minutes. Good night.
Oh god.
Also nice.
It is pretty late.
Are we
So,
doing
let's have a question.
Is season 3 going to be a quest-based system or something?
Yeah, it's I feel like we're gonna keep quest.
I think in terms of onboarding, like new players, I have yet to find anything that I like as much. Fascinatingly, they quit Twitter after today, which I thought was neat.
Yes, they did.
So, little peek into my thought. It's like I feel like Quest will be the main game until I make a different game.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough.
Because we might accidentally their Discord, Seth, is where they linked. Their Discord and their newsletter, that's what they said to join. Oh, no, that just fell out. What was that thought that I was about to have?
In Quest, not gonna do other thing, cause...
Oh, what we are essentially incrementally building our own version of Quest alongside of it. Because we are modifying the way that things are played and like, the kinds of stuff that we want. And we are kind of, like, custom classes and custom, magical items and all of those things. Like, yeah, we are gonna...
yours.
We're gonna essentially do that, even, we're the anime that's progressing faster than the manga.
Shit,
Yeah.
I mean, the cards already diverge quite a bit.
Right? Because the mechanic of gameplay is just, then that's what we were just saying, is just like, y'all are inspiring game mechanics through the Streamlit cards. And like, that is what like the real value of that like continuous support that y'all are doing. Y'all are literally changing the game. Because like Alan and Nika do not stop thinking about this game.
We
like they
don't.
live and
it's
breathe
so, like,
and shit this
so
game
accurate.
constantly.
We do not stop.
And it's just, you know what I was thinking? No, you think it would be cool? Well, I was kind of, and then I'll just be like, hey guys, so the landlord had said that, and then it's like, oh, and then I was like, all right, bounties, and I'm like, what? What?
Literally like, what? I'm like, all right, well, we've developed all
here
these
to pick
different
up
systems.
Sweaters, and because I now have sweater, but it's cold now, right? And they're like, yes, but bounties, and it's like, okay, I'm listening. It is amazing to be. My immersion is amazing. This experience is a wonderful thing, and I just want y'all to know that my life feels so proud and happy because y'all are amazing. Everyone who's bringing so much fucking cool shit to the game is changing the game itself in a collaborative storytelling way. And like, whoa, and that just
like
fuck.
I've been
Make 'em
lurking. I've been lurking on like other tabletop, because there are a handful of other tabletop streamers that I know use Streamloots. Nobody uses it the way that we use it. In part, most of them are like D&D based, so all of their cards are a +1 modifier to any given like stat or whatever, or like roll or like check. It's that kind of energy. That's all that they are. And it's like, oh, we are doing it like way different.
So fucking different that we like that like right now I am bullying Nika, being like, we need to get like in a room with these fuckers and like next level with them too, because like what kind of people do you want to like kind of be around? You want to be around like people who are also building shit per communities and per like the cut we take away compared to Twitch. Who the actual support, the first time
that's why Streamloots
in
is so
years
amazing.
we've ever had somebody hit us up and be like, hey, just checking in, like,
Just,
do you need anything from us? Holy shit.
Like, so
you don't
if
get
you
that.
I mentioned it on stream the other day, but like if you didn't catch it, like Streamloots, like one of their community managers hit me up to like the other night to be like, oh, I noticed like y'all were one of the top performers on the platform. Just wanted to see if you needed
through
anything.
the roof. Y'all
And it's like,
crafting,
yeah, and I'm like, I think of us as just our, like, literally, not like just the people in this call, but essentially, like, those of you that play the game, like, that's like the core. And I don't really think of us that much as like what we're doing as compared to anything else or anyone else. I'm really just focused on what we're doing. So apparently, y'all go so fucking hard that, like, us with like our little like 30 concurrent viewership shit are dominating on a platform that has like much higher like quote unquote performers on it, and that is the way that we're using the cards. Like it's not just like
is a way to organize them and treat
yeah,
them.
and
I
y'all
agree.
have
And,
complaints in terms of the UI and
that
stuff.
was a
and guess
really
who's
good
taking a
time to
little
mention this
boot
shit to
camp?
us, because he did say, what do you need? So if you
Yeah,
have concerns,
that's what I'm
especially because we're using
What do
the
you think?
platform in this different way,
Yeah,
maybe
filtering, sorting, searching.
please write it down. In suggestions, just like SL,
All
and the
of
name
your
what it is.
ideas and
Anything
shit.
that you have an issue with, bring it to
The
me,
ability
because like
to move cards between collections
It
that
would be so
have
without canceling
it's
them
like
or crashing them.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
And like I know that they are a small team, so like I mean the text of the
But
cards,
we're a
that's on our
small
end.
team.
Seth, like that has nothing to do with them. That's us, and that's like the visual of the card revamp is something that we're like going to do.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, like that is impending. I want to redesign all of the cards entirely, and the way that
Hey, I was looking around the other day, and we're like the only one that actually designs our own. Everyone else just has pre-rendered map out there.
Good eye. Good
And,
eye.
like, so like occasionally, we'll pick up like, oh, the like Tiny Tina set or whatever. And it's like, okay, and we'll like play with that. But even our Kata Genin set, we made that set. Like so like yeah, like we custom make everything, and we use so many cards and we use them in such different ways that an organizational system would be great. I want like an internal tagging system that you guys can actually like use to sort stuff. So if you are looking specifically for cards that affect roles, that you have an ability to have exactly that in your hand, versus stuff that is like background things. Like you don't need to be scrolling through all of the cards that are for like world building stuff over there, or like some character benefits, let me get over here, or like other fun cute things that aren't in this moment right now a thing that you would be needing. You need your like playing hand for when you're in the game. That is
Like
basically
action
what it's
cards that are up
Yeah,
on
I
top
think it'd
as
be
well.
cool to be able to
play.
like. Yes, sir. I was gonna say I think it'd be cool to be able to like do that, like make a deck like for yourself out of the cards you have. Like that'd be fun. That'd be
Oh, make a
helpful.
hand?
Yeah, like have
Before a
like,
game
I
you can
like
only
to
take like
have-
6
Just
cards
like,
in.
It's
like
not
prep
even that.
it,
It's
like,
just like
just, like,
these are my
like
top
having them
used
available.
cards.
Yeah,
Like
just
yeah,
as
my
favorite.
favorite
Use
ones,
cards,
the
absolutely.
ones that I want at the
But also
top.
like a player mode. Like if I was gonna pitch like a whole new thing, because like UX design bootcamp stuff, and that was gonna be my phase 2 project, and then that was our presentation, and y'all were a part of. Like if you look to my research currently, you'll see that, and then it'll just compound and compound. Please, I want health insurance. Like, thank y'all. Shout out to everybody who has been working on like. I did user interviews with y'all about tabletop. That was an amazing experience to hear y'all and then watch y'all play the game and like a richer, like I understand more about you and the history of you as a player, and then completely how you play totally different in this game, or you've never played it all before, or you've never played anything not D&D before this. And then for like, I interviewed 21 people within our community, and 75% of y'all were like, I had never played anything but D&D and Pathfinder before, and then October happened, and I was just blasted open. My mind was just blown so hard that like all of these possibilities of just Fiasco was like a mind opener for people. The like, what are your favorite systems and what have you played? And it just, the diversity of systems and games all came from HTML, the majority of, right? And it's just amazing.
Hydrate. Thank you.
My diversity of games has come from Alan.
You know, absolutely. And y'all's willingness to fuck around for those 13 games.
I think
building
Alan's saying like a big factor of the October games or whatever, or like a big effect of it was realizing he could be on his bullshit.
Yeah.
Because like to put it mildly, he has pulled his punches.
I
for the
really
last 2
have.
seasons. Like that, I'm like
Before HTML, when I tried his one shots before, those were, I mean, all new.
it's because he loves he loves to play new games. Basically, like that's the vibe. But the more
his challenge,
the
too.
more that you
Like-
guys, he made it like a challenge to play like more of them, and like mission fucking accomplished. Yeah. But like the more all in y'all are for like the insane stuff, like or the stuff that like by comparison seems crazy.
Yeah.
The more crazy you will see across the entire project, like elevate. Like he's been testing the waters with you guys so much more than I think comes across. Like he's just been like seeing like how yes and you will be for like just like a little taste or whatever. So
Like disarming people.
he basically just like how much shenanigans can I get away
As if
with?
y'all are toys.
It's not like that. It's just
That's the advertiser giving
The
them names
collaborative
for it now.
toys.
This is a game.
They can speak.
Yes.
But can you imagine a game where we are toys?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That feels like it would have been a phenomenal Diggy game.
Yeah, that's another one of those.
Question.
happening.
That feels like a
Toys with Toy
Ringleader
Story.
villain game.
Toys with Toy Story rules or the Christmas toy rules?
You know what?
Yeah.
That would be a good question.
Which one is public domain again?
That's a good question.
Jim
Island of
Henson
Lost
wanted
Boys.
where if a toy is seen moving, it dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, not that. You know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna commit to that. I'm not gonna commit to anything.
the
We'll see.
whales. I don't know.
What was
gotta
that
deal
from?
with the
Season 3, anyway.
But yeah,
I will say, sorry, someone was about to say something.
No, go for it.
Okay, what I will say about the cards is, when, obviously, I went crazy with Snipes, my first thought was, I can't abuse this. It would be wrong. Because there wasn't a cooldown.
But I think like you doing that created a big chunk of your character.
Yes,
that, like,
but
and so if you didn't have that tool like at your disposal to have that moment, Isaac wouldn't be who he is yet. Like so, like yeah, you get a chance to abuse it, but that's fine. And like yeah, we're gonna modify it after, so it has like a longer cooldown and blah blah blah. But like that moment still stands, and what you gained in that moment still stands. Like that was a cool thing to be like, okay, you sniped. Well, how the fuck did you snipe then? And it's like, oh no, apparently you're like crawling across fucking rooftops, covering like the team. Like that's awesome. That's a great fucking vibe. It's a great moment to have had in a game from the chat of the game, which I want to like when we talk about like production stuff on that end of things, I want to make sure that we can do chat interaction more. The raise hand card is like a way to test and see maybe if that works. So it was like a one of basically for like the weekend. So like you play it and then I actually roll for you. Like I take that time to see what you said and you do that action in game actually.
That card feels like it would need to be like be able to be purchased on its own.
Yeah, no, like for right now, it was just like everybody gets one, and you get to like, if you wanted that moment, like you could have that moment.
Yeah.
How we actually implement that in the future and like the ways that we augment it, that still remains to be seen. But
I mean, that's how me and Jim and I got rich was by buying cars we weren't supposed to.
Right, but like,
abusing.
but yeah, you exploited the system, but it created lore, and so we learned from that, like in that situation, that exploitation, and we fix it so it
Think
can't
about that
happen
all the
again.
time.
But you still
I'll
have
go over
your
there.
moment.
I'll look at it. It's like, that's $100.
Get the fucking event
Like,
cards.
ah.
I feel like, yeah, but what if I had one of those villain cards in my pockets?
What if you're just sitting there like, what if I was the villain?
What if I was the villain the whole time?
Not to buy this, but I could.
If we went back and forth whether or not like how to word the villain cards. It's just like would the original versions don't say they can only be played on like crew, because the original versions were only meant to be given to
To Nick, yeah,
to the librarian.
Entity.
Entity.
T's not
So, like-
That's what I feel.
Speaking of titty, where's Pimp's thing?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Pimp's not here right now.
Fuck, you've been waiting all day.
Okay, we know what you're playing. We know what you're looking for.
What are you made?
Did she show everybody her not safe for
No.
work thing?
No, we've been waiting.
So I like.
She's
I
like,
don't
oh,
know.
sorry, it's not ready yet.
It's not ready yet. It's only ready when it's ready. I've seen the sketch. I haven't seen the finished thing yet, but it's very pretty. It's
That's
It's worth the
for
wait.
what?
Is that what we're saying? Yeah.
She has a not safe for work art of Pym that Ox is doing. Ox is like a treasure that I like
yeah.
hold to my chest.
It is almost midnight where I am, so
Oh,
I think
no.
I'm going to head to bed now. I shall see you all later.
You're amazing. Thank you for playing.
night.
Please on.
Thank you. Good night.
I was watching him draw earlier.
Ox is a
Ox is
treasure.
goddamn
Like,
treasure.
absolute
Yeah.
treasure and treat. Honestly, like when Alan and I were talking last night, I realized just how great Valentina's design actually is. Because like Valentina as a character, as like the ant, is really nervous. Like she is afraid. She's fucking scared of shit. But because she is an ant and used to following orders, whenever she's placed in a situation where she could like be afraid, her training says go forward. Her like culture says go forward. So she's like embraces challenges. And so like playing a terrified character, but building in a way to keep them moving forward so they don't get stuck. Because like, oh, like no, my character's afraid. My character wouldn't do that because they're scared. Like, I mean, that might be true, but how fun is that to play? If like consistently every time you're faced with like a scary situation, you're like, no. Like it's to overcome that is the story, that is the character. And I think it was actually really brilliant, like player design, designing this character that was like those traits that create a weakness and then a way to always be faced with that weakness in a way and like overcoming that weakness. I thought it was just really incredible design.
Don't be afraid, Valentine. Keep moving. You got this.
Yeah, right? Like being brave in the face of fear is a great story to tell. It's a great thing to watch.
What was that, Patagon? You were saying something, I think?
Midnight.
Oh,
Midnight? Midnight, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying I really like that idea. Honestly, in part, that's kind of played a part in Midnight's design is with him having that fear demon as a part of him. He actually hungers for the fear a bit, so he pursues it specifically because there's that part of him that wants that to be there, wants to be surrounded by it. But
Which is great, like as your hunter vibe, like, and you'd be running out in the forest and everything, like in your world before, like, does it kind of feel like the taste of home in a way to you? Like you're after that feeling of fear, like being the fear.
I mean, there's a little bit of that, but I feel also kind of like with how Midnight's personality is, you kind of get a mix of that and him actually wanting to be a thing that the things that cause fear.
Mm-hmm. I love that for you. Yes.
And that was actually one of the big driving parts of how Shadow Demon ended up. I wanted Shadow Demon to end up working where it's like, okay, this guy is feared and just causing problems all around. So instead of having having the desired effect, it's instead something he can turn against them, which was a big part of why when I used Declare on the Librarian, why the whole thing was, okay, you did this to us, now you get to see how it feels.
Yeah.
We were talking the other night about just how like Midnight's character arc was so embedded in like, because just amazing. Your arc has been so fucking cool. Because like, who actually were you? And now you're all our buddies at the diving bell and everything, group pictures and that. But at the same time, you're like, I am the knight. Like you should fear me. And then it's just like, hey, let's get a drink. And you're like, okay.
I mean, he definitely likes having some fun with it. It's just a lot of times it does cause for most crews it would cause some problems.
You're like, I'm the reason there are lullabies, and it's just like, oh, and you're like, yes, but like karaoke, and I'm like, okay, like, fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I definitely like how that role went with the whole bachelor party game with the singing. It's like, okay, that's kind of what would happen a bit.
I love the fact during the bachelor party game I did get that moment with the fucking dance off, but I'm still so upset at my internet that I had to cut out early.
Such a bummer.
That's right.
That was so fun though. But like,
Favorite Nat 20 moments of the season. Go.
Ooh.
Oh god, again, the dance party. The dance off.
I already said mine.
My
own Nat 20, and I had to fucking preach.
I
Oh, yeah, that
don't
was a good
remember
one.
the moment,
Yeah,
but
that was a good one.
there was
Seth
a moment.
summoning the lippy boy was
That
good.
was really good. That was an incredible.
That's my absolute favorite. Well, that's that was it. That was the moment. I'm like,
There was a role. God, all the games feel like they were yesterday, which is really weird. Like going through all of them, going through the list, and I was like, no, but we just played that. Like, oh my god,
Yes.
that was like 50 games ago. I know that there was a moment where I legitimately clapped, which is not like an action that I as a human take, but I was like in it in the moment. I want to say it was Tootie Booties like Rylene. Like I think it, because like she killed it that whole game. She did so well.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Never played tabletop before. Killed it.
I loved that a lot. I was like,
that whole
oh, no,
toxic game was really good because that established Pim Positive, like that whole arc that went on for like the second half of the game.
Like the fact that we just 2 weeks ago resolved that is wild to me, because that feels like 1,000 years ago, but also like yesterday. It's like, oh,
But
my
at the same time, 40 episodes ago. Like, surprise hit. Joke's on you. Like, top 5 players, like, people who have played the X amount of games, and, like, nobody expected Pim is, like, number 4. Like, has shown up in so fucking much.
Did.
But you didn't say
I
it
never
doesn't
thought
count.
of Pim that way. They're amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, like
I want more of them.
more
Always.
Pim. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more Pim. It just,
Happy to
no,
see more
couldn't
Pim.
possibly have shown up enough. Need more Vatna, okay? We get it. The riffs. I'll eat you. I lick it. Okay. I don't. That's fine. More Pim. More Pim. You are perfection. But Pim, we're all waiting for Pim to post. You see,
I'm so wanted. Like,
she's the wanted.
Yeah.
I really wish that we could
The
have gotten...
mouse game was amazing. Ah.
I wish we could have gotten Marcus to play at any point during this fucking season. It was like he was cursed, and the fact that he managed to make it to the finale is like such a win to me. Like that was like that was like the real
so
the
excited
victory.
when I saw him pop up there and we started speaking. I'm like, oh my god, no, yeah.
You know, everyone who was just like briefly zoned out as soon as they heard his voice. Was just, what?
The fuck is that?
Like Marcus
Featuring drops his controller.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I think
my
that
favorite 20 roll that wasn't actually a 20 was when it was a Billiam Lack fight.
The twist of fate.
Yes.
The you can't be hit without it being a 20, but you rolled a 1, and the twist of fate was up, so 1 was a 20, and Lack managed to just still beat Billiam despite
the fact that it was roll for roll that entire fight.
It was
until
so
the
good.
end.
That entire
Oh,
fight was
damn.
amazing.
I'm still so sad Clementine didn't see any of it, but yeah, it was so cool.
I just got thrown out the window.
You just
Yeah,
heard it all.
he was just parachuting just there, but he did hear it all. Yep. You can only imagine. It's up to his imagination. I'm telling you, he was imagining some cool shit.
I would
barely
like
getting off
to. I
being
choose
high,
to
so.
believe that later, afterwards, they were all having drinks and Laura was just describing everything.
Yeah, no,
between the
absolutely, like acting it out. Be like, and then it was like, cling.
Is that a diner? It was like French fries is like swords.
Yeah, Clementine would be in all the whole time. It's like, oh man, I didn't see that. Like, we heard it, so he just revisited it in his brain. But that was a cool time.
How
I think he remembers it fondly though. So.
What was that, Zach?
How about y'all's favorite one?
I don't know if the Doomba explosion was a 1, but if it was, I think that one's my favorite.
Honestly, the combo of everything that broke the submarine in like game 2 this season.
That was the start of the season. It's almost
the start of the season.
Oh, did you want squishy? No. Oh, did you want a sub? No.
Like that's where we started.
Yeah, that's fucking
Oh
wild.
no.
But that like
What's gonna happen this season?
I'm kind of glad though that happened because then it got back up better. But I'm also not glad it happened because it happened. But
that means nothing's safe.
yeah, I was like, oh no, shit.
Art says Ento shoving a billion needles into his arms.
Stay away, but also like more one.
So Art says Ento shoving a billion needles into his arms 4 seconds into the session. Like that came
Ento's reaching into one of those biohazard needle disposal things in the bathroom is what that fucking was.
Ento's goddamn salad one.
Oh my god, like, we got a fucking catchphrase out of that one.
That's I think that's my number one.
The salad and then the one to dodge the laser that led to the clowns. Just because that one led to the clowns.
It led to the clowns.
Full on fucking Hong Kong clown shoe shit. Really was fucking fantastic.
Oh, question again in the mech. Let's go. We're going.
Doing the fucking like, oh, I think this should be the absolutely honkers, and I was like, oh no, that's what it was.
I thought that item was going to be absolutely worthless when we got into World Fair, and then Soki pulled that out.
It literally saved the world.
Alan, what were you gonna do with that?
But like the rules work. You did it.
That was the same game.
I think we had decided like a lot of good moments came out of that game specifically. That was quite the lump. Yeah.
Wasn't it Ento who rolled that?
I think it was whoever's driving. So
the card use of that was Kawari and Soki in the airship, like throwing out shields and attacking was really good. And then Officer Trafford hitting the thing, like
using
the ship crashing
maneuvers.
into the shield, but then using evasive maneuvers to just flip into it so that the airship could save the crew that were in the boat.
Sick.
It all worked out really well. I am fucking
I was so high.
Destroyed everybody. I am just staring into space. I am not. I'm not sure if it's the weed or if it's just
everything.
I am exhausted.
The
but I am
ending of like a
dissociating
61 episode.
hard.
Yeah,
170 hours worth of gameplay. The
Seth
juggling.
asks in the chat, what is something you change, given the chance to go back and do so? Absolutely not one goddamn thing.
No.
Not one thing. Any of the tech issues and stuff like that, you would love it to not have happened. But we started with such a ambitious idea, and we have incrementally, piece by piece, done that thing. And y'all have been right there with us, playing those games and learning right with us. I would not change any part of it that we did.
I would change one thing, but that's just me personally. I would have taken that fucking airship game spot. I would have taken that fucking spot.
I think the one thing I probably would have changed is I probably would have bailed on Marcus Bernhardt a little earlier.
You feel like you can't know, and I feel like that was a fine character for season 1. Season 1 was so like prototype in its nature that you know so much more at the start of season 2 of like the kind of vibe that you're getting into. I mean, now season 3 is going to be like so much more buck wild by comparison, but I don't think you could have made the character you have now at the start of season 1. I think you had to like get through and like see how it was and then try to get where you are.
Like all of this was our session 0 and our practice runs and us learning and growing together. Like the gameplay has transformed because of how y'all interact with the world and build it. And then like, so yeah, of course that's going to happen with your characters too. And so now to have these huge characters with this like amazing shared backstory now go into a world totally unknown. We are going to be more crew than ever. And there is just something so fucking exciting about all of that. And like, that is like, that's the stuff that is just gonna get real emotional about, because it was like, it's been years of like this idea, this inkling of possibility of community. What does community really mean? And y'all have fucking communed. Shit is just so fucking cool. And like how community at scale in that way, you know, like, but now y'all are characters, y'all are your own like type and connected to each other in ways we could not have done for y'all did that yourselves as like you grew together, and that is just so fucking cool.
So next start stream when?
I know, right? So, how short is your break? You know, like actually though. But no, I mean, y'all think about this game like constantly, continuously, because y'all do as well in the Discord. Like this is a living and breathing thing throughout the seasons. And so like, I look forward to hearing more about like you as characters questioning things around Liminal that could have changed how they like, oh, I wonder about this thing, this person, this someone, this place. And it just, yeah, because you do have a connection there. But now that connection has been severed. Like there is a new story and song to tell and to even just explore and hear for the first time. And like now that you bring like others into the fold, you can bring them and connect them to your characters and stories as well, kind of thing, or at least play off of each other in that first game that you welcome them into. And like you're going to be so much more set, and they're going to have so much more like you're the veteran essentially, and now all your like your rookie friends who are coming in, like not that they take orders from you necessarily, like it's just how the mission goes and stuff. Y'all are connected. And that's just so cool to already come in with these like relationships and then build to them even further. It just, it's not being done. At least not like this. And that is just, that's y'all. Y'all in the Discord and the text RP, sick.
It's
sick.
been
Keeping
wild,
shit
like,
alive
seeing
mid-week. Y'all are going to keep shit alive mid-season. And like, that's amazing. Like you don't have that. It's not been heard of. No, I'm just kidding. But still, like...
So, what was that?
It does give me one other thing I would change. It's having more fucking time to do things in the text chat.
Admittedly.
You know?
I wish my attention was better.
Can't, it's okay. But also like, oh, it's there. And we all wanted to.
Because I tend to miss things, and then I can't like act on it in chat. I'm like, oh no.
If y'all have ideas for like
ways
text
to get around
events, that way you can kind of like, people can kind of wait for them kind of thing, you know what I mean?
So
schedule them.
That's part of like the plan for like RP in general, both like Discord stuff, but like the stream chat stuff. Finding ways, like QuickTime events is part of it, where like it's a way to be present and affect something and do something. But I want to make sure that you guys have like chat neat moments too, and that might just be giving y'all a prompt and letting it simmer in the chat. knowing that we're gonna like build on it a certain event or like a certain time period, like a certain moment in the game, stuff like that. Like that is all stuff that we've been like workshopping and figuring out what and how we want to do it. But just it hasn't been done. Nobody's doing that.
Nobody's doing it.
It's all like the wild, wild west as far as like we're concerned, coming up with these systems and then trying to streamline, come up with them, like conceptualize and be like, oh, I have a neat idea. Can it happen? And then actually making that into a thing that we can use. And then ideally into something that we can like automate a little bit. Not like automate, but like.
Does it have a bot? Is it easy for people to actually like turn on that switch?
Yeah.
Participate even more? Is it a copy
also,
paste?
Record keeping is like a big like factor of it. Wanting to make sure that like when you guys do that stuff in chat that we see it and we have it. Like Art takes all of that and like annotates it and everything and puts it into a document for us, so like we can go back and reference those things that happened.
Which is chatter documents.
Yeah, incredibly useful. So like, and I feel like I want to like at least wrap up the stream element of this so much. Like, so I'm gonna roll that into thank yous because like Art, seriously, thank you.
Amazing. Absolutely.
Art and Twy have been like the backbone of like every system, every like structure underneath like the creative goblin energy that Alan and I are living off of. All of the like just all of the administrative aspects of it, the record keeping aspects of it, all of the things so we can make sure that we're like maybe keeping track of anything that anyone does or says at any given point.
Lists on lists on lists on lists. Excel, spreadsheets, drives.
It's like no joke to all of those things. It is absolutely invaluable. The work that
you
are. What's that?
How many? Do we have a number of how many people played this season?
Absolutely, we do.
Oh, y'all want some motherfucking number?
Number 45-ish, something like that is how many, like,
I'm gonna say it's 45 because I have to take out like a couple of Adrians off the list and it confuses me sometimes.
That is extremely
but yeah,
fair.
no, it is
something. It's something in that ballpark, yeah.
Yeah. How many ongoing tabletop campaigns have that many people playing?
As far as I know,
work.
Only one.
That I know
oh my
of.
God, thank y'all. I mean, okay, fine. One other. I know of one other. And
through my research, I've seen maybe like 5-ish that are doing that group, that living world kind of vibe. But continue, Nika. It's just like very few even trying to find.
Yeah.
And like particularly like stream related on top of that, like those like layers of layers. Nobody's doing it like we're doing it as far as I know. But I do know of one other that was at least really big, but then like the fucking lead guy, like in as much as I would be the lead guy here, like the streamer, but like
producer,
sexually harassed, but I think he was a DM too though, like the whole
yeah.
Like
there was a complex I think going on.
People in his community and like all like the thing that happens when some dipshit gets like this weird idea of power. And so like, and he disappeared for a little bit and it all quieted down, but then he came back like almost immediately, and it's like, man, I feel like all of that
right
stuff,
back up.
Yeah, like I feel like all of that stuff, and if you're part of that community and you see that happen, Art knows like, oh, that guy, and you still like stick around. That's not the vibe. That ain't the vibe.
And for the game, because you can't get good game elsewhere, but also you can't get good out of my extensive research. Like it's hard to find good game anywhere. It's even hard just to type in DM for hire and like find a website or two for that shit. Like good fucking luck. How weird that this like medium of gameplay, even if we're just saying D&D specifically, like has been around for like 40 some years, and yet just how like closed off and like not very friendly in a lot of ways it can be. Fuck all that shit. We can change that too.
Yeah.
Are we going to change the game systems? Absolutely. Are we going to change like how you onboard and care? Absolutely. Are we going to change like, are we genre shifting? Are we God? But at the same time, be the crew you want to be. And like it has been absolutely amazing that in character things will happen to characters that the crew, but also the cast, the players are like, nah, I don't like that. And y'all protect each other in terms of like shutting shit down, or like, no, I do not like how that action or that kind of not cool, man. Like that kind of shit. And it just, y'all speak up on some shit and like fucking love that. I fucking love that so much. The like self-moderation in a way and like
we've
that
definitely
community
talked about,
aspect.
Like, that quite a
Y'all.
bit is that how lucky we are.
My God, so lucky
that so
We're
many of you
so
like
lucky.
you have that Final Fantasy 14 like foundation, which has a lot of it has a good community like compared to
absolutely
most if not all MMOs, an incredible community, and so like that foundation has influenced a lot of the way that this community here on stream, even before the tabletop game, but like specifically now affecting it, has like played out. And I want to make sure that we like maintain that, because I like the way that y'all treat each other. You are actually really careful and courteous to each other, and
hell yeah,
I want to maintain like that particular type of like server culture essentially. That's really important to me. And yeah, I feel like if I did some heinous shit and y'all were cool with that,
yeah,
that's not the kind of vibe I would want. That's not the kind of community I would
Hey,
want.
you're doing some heinous shit. Stop.
Yeah,
Bad.
like call on it, not, and then like definitely not like.
Hey guys, I'm back because I had like a YouTube video, so like it was
Yeah,
an
no, like I
apology.
did
I'm
my
done now.
apology. That's all you wanted.
But y'all
right?
still want some games, right? Like
and
y'all,
and you're
y'all
so
don't
fucking
actually
desperate
care.
for tabletop because like for some reason it's so hard to find games, which like I don't actually think is true so much as like if you are anyone other than like that specific, like that vibe person, the gatekeepy bullshit, like no, anyone who plays tabletop now is actually like a fake geek girl or whatever the fuck, like that kind of vibe essentially. Fuck that so hard. Tabletop can be so neat, and like and this is me coming around to it. Like I'm not even gonna lie, like
you have to play AD&D and nothing past that.
Right? Like no, because it sucks. Fuck off. But like I did not myself have like a particular love of tabletop. This is like as a concept and as a game, my favorite thing that I've played. Like flavor wise, there's a game that we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it.
Don't even breathe it. Don't even whisper it.
I know.
Don't whisper it. No.
We literally can't talk about it.
Oh, that game.
You know, can't talk about that game.
Winking whispers.
If you're an After Dark subscriber,
you basically
no.
like talked about like a teeny tiny bit like that. Love a flavor, but this has been the most invested that I personally have ever been in tabletop. Like when y'all play, I'm like this is kind of cool. Like
it's like kind of cool.
It
might be cool.
It's kind of cool.
Well, Leo, you're in like 17 tabletop games right now. Like, if you could rank them, and starting with ours first, of course, but like
To number one, of course. But where the other ones go?
how far away are
Actually,
they?
no. I think that's actually a great. We're gonna assume we're number one, but what else are you enjoying?
Listen,
we are number one.
For real, this is fighting for the number one spot of games that I'm in.
Games you've ever been in, I think
It's
is what you
fighting
meant
for-
to say.
Listen, I'm in I got a lot of hats.
Things you've ever been in, though, were like the best. Top, and that I will take. I agree with you.
Like, I don't know. The game that I ran that one time was pretty good, so.
You're allowed to like your own shit. Like, that's obviously.
Yeah, totally. This is us liking our own shit, and
Yeah.
that'd be like, whoa.
But like, it's weird to actually like my own shit. That never happens. You kidding me?
What the fuck is this? Me like me?
I feel like nobody asked Leo a question and have not let him answer the question yet.
Before you answer, but please answer. I'm just putting the art for the 3 logos for like the fish tinger, etc. in the art share, so you can actually see them, because I don't think you can see them on very well in the actual shirts or whatever.
I'll see it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
They ship
I was
pretty
gonna
quick.
say, I'm see it when I get my shipment.
But thank you guys for grabbing shirts. I was like, nobody want. Who am I
God,
doing
love
these
that.
for?
I love that so
For
much.
me, I'm gonna get a shirt.
My
The
roommate
tank
the other
top
day.
specifically for me is just ugh.
My
Because,
roommate the other day.
some of. Sorry, what were you saying?
So my roommate complained the other day that I need to get new stuff because I keep wearing the same old stuff from when I was like a painter all the time. So all my stuff is like got a bunch of paint and shit on it. So it's just like, oh, you gotta stop wearing that because it's got a bunch of paint and shit on it. It's like, okay,
my
fine.
nerd shit from
Maybe I
now
will.
on. Hell yeah. Yeah, you will. You gonna get the class t-shirt?
I may have bought a few.
Seth, I would have liked to play. I maybe we gotta like kick in season 3 like official games by the captain playing because I did not get to play the entire time. But I've been like focused on production so hard because I wanted
Fish has a
like
tongue.
yeah,
Yes, it does. It does have
It's
a
like,
tongue,
"Ah."
and that I think makes I think that is the best part.
It's so stupid, and I love stupid shit.
It's great.
And then
I like that Kriegs is vaguely a jellyfish.
It's a jellyfish. Kriegs is a jellyfish.
Yeah, I noticed
And-
that. I was like,
And secret recipe is a magnifying glass, but also kind of like a fry pan.
Fish tonguer.
Fish tongue makes me very uncomfortable.
So we realized like that was totally the kind of logo that you would see on like a super hipster like microbrewery type thing. So like I totally support like Fish Tinger Draft as like a venture in the future. Like get that
We got
distillery
plans.
going.
We got plans.
Adira.
The fish tinger would be a really good logo for a can koozie.
Love it.
Get on
Love
it.
it.
Somebody get on it.
Actually, it might be I
Uten
think that's a
cold,
thing,
but then like
actually.
Jotun cold.
Let me see.
Yeah,
They might
there
have
are
fish
places
tinger.
that place. Some of my Eat
I
the
swear
Rich
to
shirts
God.
are so worn out after like the last 2 years out here. God, I've been here for so long that like most of the design is gone from this shirt.
Oh.
Like
Like,
literally
the
while
second
building
round?
like. Go ahead.
The second round shirts still look great, but like it's
Nice.
the first round, the initial ones that are like so worn out.
Making the fish stinger design, I was like, this has to go on a tank top. And it's like, who the fuck's gonna buy a tank top? It's like literally Esme. That's why I'm gonna why I'm making them
For them.
Like I'm going to put it on there because if they have a can cooler sleeve, they absolutely fucking do.
They bet. Fucking
Yes.
bet.
Okay, all right.
And now I'm
Do they
going
have
to go to
coffee
bed,
mugs?
but also, God, thank you so much. These games have kept me sane this entire year.
They do.
Congrats
actually.
on,
me
like,
too, me too.
applying.
I can make that an option. What would you want on it?
Kriegs.
Yeah, I can do that.
you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna do it like right this second, but I can absolutely set some of those up. I just set up like the most like base ones, like t-shirts and hoodies. I feel like are the go-to. You can't go wrong with either. I literally just ordered like a whole bunch of Twitch t-shirts because I had a coupon code, and I was like, fine, all right. Like I sleep in them. Good night, Esme. So those are my like pajama shirts. Is basically all my Twitch merch. And
Like I hate Twitch, but it's like half
but
my
like at the same
clothes.
time, like that is my work uniform, is my pajamas, so like fine. And it was like you spent a certain amount, you got 30% off. I'm like 30% is a coupon I like. Like me, I'm a 30%er. Like that's when I'm gonna actually like make an order. And I placed the order, and then I like started like putting the actual designs on the shirts, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm giving you fucking money. Fuck you. Like canceled all those orders. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy my own fucking merch. Fuck off.
I want to wear the merch.
Right? Like,
Get
I
your
want my
own shit.
It's my
Support
own
yourself.
shit.
If
Like,
I
it
get
doesn't-
more, we can like the tattoo print all over kind of thing, fabric, and making our own fucking clothes and shit, but of your own merch. What's more fucking just the idea I've arrived is in my mind in terms of like, oh, I'm a creator. Not only did I make this dress, but like, oh, you're curious about the designs on there? Okay, so like you can play in this like living world. It's a talking piece. And then as we get into the world and like we go to con shit and you wear your own, you kidding me? Pim's gonna fuck shit up. Cosplaying as your
Sparkly.
own selves and shit.
Sparkly, they're out there.
like
the tank tops are out there, Sparkly.
it's. I'm very, very tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna wrap up the stream right now. So, like, if you were lurking on the stream and not, like, here in the call with us, thank you so much for lurking. Please enjoy the VOD if you get to it. And thank you all for hanging out and all those things. And like, yeah, we did it. We did 61 episodes. Buck fucking
You
love.
did that! Yeah.
Thank you all so much for like embracing our shit. That's awesome. Bye forever.
Goodbye forever. I do look forward.